their form's, it's a game at a time. This one is a big one, but it's worth 3 points like all the rest of them.
Yeah, it certainly is. And if you think, you go back to the previous game, Leicester were unbeaten for the season when we managed to be the first team to do one over them and basically show the league, this is how you can beat Leicester City. Not only that, we've beaten Ipswich twice this season. So all the teams in and around Leeds United and that top half of the table going for it, we've had some really good performances. So I'm going to let you get carried away with it, Rich, because what we've been seeing over the last 8 matches, you know, Ethan Ampadu has been playing in midfield. He started the season so well, but since he's gone back and gone alongside Rodon at the back, the partnership that they've got, we've conceded 1 goal in 8 games. For me, that is set the prison for the second half of the season. We've been absolutely immense. And that is why it is allowed, if you keep clean sheets, you're going to have more chances of winning games. And I think that's been the best part about this Leeds United team, the way we have grown in confidence and kept them clean sheets. And at the heart of that, Daniel Farke has allowed the players in the other end of the field to go with a structure to score goals. And it's just been incredible to watch. 19 goals as well scored. So what I love is the fact that we haven't been relying on other teams' results. We've just gone ahead and gone and got the job done for ourselves and said to the other teams, can you go and do it? And Southampton have started to falter, Ipswich have started to falter, and we've just been ploughing ahead. Now this is why tonight is so vital, just to keep that gap. We're chasing Leicester, but it's to keep the pressure and that gap away from the 3rd and 4th place.
Turns out you're as overexcited as me.
I am.
I'm absolutely delighted. You will have seen Patrick Bamford there coming into the stadium earlier on. He is back on the bench tonight, returning from injury. Other than that, it's the same starting 11, which we'll get onto in a moment. It's not like Leicester, for example, have been dropping loads of points everywhere, but it just goes to show how incredible our form is, that a once 17-point gap is now 9 and could be 6 by the end of tonight if things go to plan. And
if you were asking me when there was that massive gap, whether teams could chase them down, I would have said no, but it just shows you the Championship. It's a long, long season. There is a lot of games and anything can happen. And like you say, it could be 6 after tonight, and fingers crossed it will be.
OK, we're going to get the thoughts of the manager, Daniel Farke. He's been chatting to the press ahead of this huge match. Been interesting to hear what the opposing coach has been saying, and we'll come on to that in a moment. But before we do, let's get the thoughts of Daniel Farke ahead of tonight's crucial match.
We want to use our momentum, so we have delivered top consistency so far during this year, and also top consistency in terms of performances and results. How we defended, just conceded 1 goal in the league so far during this period 2024. Have created many chances, have scored many goals, have won each and every league game, are also through in the cup in the next round. So perfect consistency. We want to use this momentum in order to keep going. Yeah, because yes, each and every game has the same value. I know, so it's a bit special game and also a spotlight game, of course. But it's more or less in 46 games in this league, you always have the chance to win 1 or 3 points. And this is another chance also for us to win the next points, to improve our position further on. And we have a home game, and we know we face probably the toughest opponent at the moment in this league. But so do Leicester, so they also know that we are a really good side. So obviously a very interesting a game for the outside world, and also for the pundits and for the media, and also for our supporters. Of course, we don't have to lie, but for us it's more or less like another chance to add the next points under our belt in order to improve our situation further on. Yes, and we want to use this momentum. The team who wins the title is definitely the best and the most consistent team in the league. And at the moment, you have to say credit to Leicester, because they are so far the most consistent side in this league. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there in position 1, and it was such a great point tally. So credit to them, and we also have to respect this. I know, though, we had a bit difficult start, and since the start, we have perhaps collected even a few more points in comparison to them, and have also closed the point gap at the moment. But you also have to say, so when you judge a whole season, they are the most consistent team so far, and for that we have to respect this. I was never so concentrated on the point gap to Leicester, and even right now I'm not too bothered about it, because even if we would win this game and close the point gap even a bit more, they have still a great point tally, and they have everything in their own hand, and we can't influence their game. So for that's really not important. So what I like a lot is more like our consistency and our performance level, and our consistency also in in improving our point average, and this is quite important for me. And we want to ride this momentum further on. And I spoke also quite openly about the situation. I think Leicester has so many points at this stage. Even if we win this game, this side will definitely finish in the top two. So for that, I'm not too bothered about the point distance to Leicester. I'm just concentrated on our point tally, and we want to achieve a special amount of wins and a special amount of points in order to finish in the best possible position. But for that, there's a lot of work to do. So 13 more games. Obviously, it starts with the Leicester game right now, but we want to keep going.
The thoughts there of Daniel Farke talking about the consistency of the team, the game tonight as well. I did want to pick up on something that, Leeds United fans will have heard. The Leicester head coach, Enzo Maresca, in his press conference. And it was interesting to hear him say, he was asked about how big a game it is, and he said, this is a big game for Leeds. For us, it's another game. What did you make of those comments?
He actually said big twice. He went, it's a big game. And I'm going, yeah, it is. And then he went, for them. And I was like, ooh. So what he's kind of done, for me, he's given the incentive of the team talk for Daniel Farke just to go and press that in the dressing room and say to the boys, look, this is a sign of arrogance that they're... I know what he's doing. He's playing the mind games, and he's got every right to say it because of where Leicester are, and they've got that cushion of 3 games, basically. But I don't think you need to give an incentive to an opposition team where you're gloating about where you are and how big a game it is. Yes, it's a big game. It's a big game for everybody tonight. Not even people that just love football because they're going to enjoy it for what it's going to be. But there was no need to do that. That, for me, is just giving a little bit more incentive for our players to go out there and put a performance on.
It's a little bit of extra spice, and who doesn't want that on a nice Friday night under the lights here at Elland Road? The Leicester fans are packed into the away end. The Leeds fans are making their way in as well. And, of course, Leeds are on the back of 8 straight wins in the league for the first time since 1931. A really incredible record, which they made 8 in a row at Plymouth on what looked like it could have been a tricky game, a lunchtime kickoff down there. The weather wasn't so great either, a lot more travelling for the team. But it was very much what I would describe as a job-done performance. It wasn't a glitzy one necessarily, but they had to go there and they got the points.
They don't have to be glitzy. You've got to go there. Like you say, Richard, I thought they were very, very professional. The performance... And I feel like we've played them like 99 times in the space of a month. You know what I mean? I think they're pleased to see the back of us and get it over. But the way the goals came about with Gnonto, again, is just, if you think the start of the season he didn't want to be here. There was all this controversial stuff going on. He apologised. He's waiting for his opportunity, and now he's keeping Dan James out of the team because of his performances and the touch around. And it just set the tone of the game. And I think that was it. It was always going to be tough. Down there, they're a very good team at home. Where we know that their record away from home, they don't travel very well. But then when Ruter gets the second goal, you just knew that was it. That was job done. And then it was all about just controlling the game, managing every player through it. For me, a very, very good result because it wasn't an easy one. It was a long journey. We've played them so tactically they knew exactly what we were about. Job done, and we move on now with the big boys.
And just generally speaking, eight wins in a row. When you're on that kind of form, you must approach each game with your chest puffed out, ready to go, feeling $1 million.
Well, I'm going to put it. You feel like a peacock. You see what I did there?
Yeah, that's right.
So you just get this air of arrogance about you without being over the top. You feel so confident going into games. I had a really good run of form with the team that I played with here in 99-2000. So obviously, it wasn't as good as the run the lads were on at this moment in time, but I think we were close to going 10 unbeaten or something like that. And you just felt like you were on this wave. Your games couldn't come quick enough, and I think that's what our players are feeling now, because we're not just getting through games with that 1-0 win. We're actually dominating games and getting a lot of goals. But the clean sheet mentality is the one where you thrive in the Championship.
Yeah, well, hopefully it will continue tonight and we can make it 9. We are, around 15 minutes away from kick-off this evening here at Elland Road. Now, a real treat for you, if you haven't seen this already, this was in partnership with Flamingo Land. We put 4 of our first-team players... He's laughing already.
I love
what's coming.
This is brilliant.
4 of our first-team players head-to-head in what else but an animal-themed challenge. And here's what happened.
What is that? Oh, actually, do you even know what that is?
Hold on. I'm the best!
Is that like a drawing?
You say.
Honestly, of course I'm not going to go...
We take a lot of time.
What is that?
A table.
Oh my goodness.
You have to know what that is.
That's like a T-Rex, G.
Yeah, looks a bit dinosaur, doesn't it?
A giraffe?
My man.
What did he say? Oh, what?
1-0, mate.
1-0, there we go. All right, she's got 5 seconds left. Yeah, that's easy.
Cheating.
Well, no, it's not easy.
Nah, it's not, bro. You won't guess it.
Yeah, good luck.
What is that, mate? What is that?
Oh, actually, do you even know what that is?
How long?
Hippopotamus?
A hippopotamus.
Yeah, I don't know.
A hippopotamus.
Yeah?
A hippopotam, yes.
Is this?
Yes.
No, but I am sorry, he's told him.
Oh, a hippo.
Whoa. He's told him.
I've not told him hippo.
I didn't say!
No. Does anyone here think that's a hippopotamus?
There's no way anyone looks at that and says hippopotamus.
Oh, I've been stitched here, mate.
But do I know what the animal is?
No, you're not going to know.
Is it flamingo? Because flamingo land.
Trigonometry.
I think I know what this is.
But, hey,
No, I know. I just don't know. Oh, what's the name?
I think I know that. Huh?
Yes, no, I know.
I know.
Oh, I know what that is.
I know
Yeah.
that.
That's the first time I've seen it on the card. I don't know what this is.
What do you mean?
Like, I've never seen one. Like,
To be fair,
I didn't even know they existed.
I don't think they have them in Wales.
Oh, you've been to Wales? What is that then?
Porky-pig. C'est sûr, c'est un
I
porky-pig.
told you, I can't even pronounce the name.
Porcupine.
Porky-pig. Is that? I'm the best!
Is that a good drawing?
You say.
I let you down there. That's decent.
That's a good drawing.
That's
Is a
decent.
porcupine? I think a porcupine's a hedgehog, though.
Oh, I know what that is already. I actually do. Hey, take your time though, bro. Relax. Oh, that's easy.
I know it's not easy. It's
No,
not.
that's easy.
Does it have wings?
Well, you can't ask questions.
One guess.
Is it a platypus?
A what?
A platypus.
No. It's that.
You saw much fitness and firm.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you saw much fitness and firm.
Only that.
Yeah, George, hey, good.
That's a good drawing.
Georgie, good drawing,
The
mate.
coup. What say that?
It's not a cocoon, it's a tail.
The tail.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard that animal. I've never heard
One more
this
time?
animal. Just keep guessing animals, honestly.
He
That's the
doesn't
best
want to do
way.
it again.
Just keep guessing.
He's embarrassed.
I don't know what
Just
that
keep
is.
guessing animals. I was
What
nowhere
that
near. I've never heard that animal sound. It was a rhino. What noise does a rhino
Yeah,
make?
that.
Yeah, nice.
It does, I swear.
Rhino.
You didn't, bro. I watched Steve Backshore back in the day. I swear. Georgie, I'm gonna be so honest. Yeah, we ain't getting this.
Come on, make a noise. You gotta make a noise.
Yeah, one thing.
I don't think it makes noise.
Just makes a noise.
What sound do you think it makes? Yeah, go on.
You're not gonna get it, like.
You know what? I'll give you 15 minutes if you get that.
Yeah.
It's a shark.
I don't know.
It's not a shark. It's not a shark. Sea lion. What? Exactly. Oh my god, of course I'm not gonna go.
Ready?
Time's been going.
He knows, but he doesn't know.
You gonna do it or what?
I do. You know. Come on, what is it? Donkey. 1-0.
It's a donkey.
1-0.
Do it again, bro.
It's a donkey. No, bro, I'm not doing it again.
Lion.
Yes! Straight away!
I know he's 17.
It's same.
I know he's 17, but you don't have to let him win. Oh, you gave him a lion.
Nah, donkey's hard though, isn't it?
No. Question, is a donkey known as a slow horse?
Eve, give it your best, mate.
Easy.
You know this one.
Penguin.
There you go, one man.
Kangaroo.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go!
Come on, Joe, believe in you.
Where's that?
Keep going, bro. You don't know. Keep going.
I don't know. Again.
No, bro, I did the claw.
Again.
Come on, keep going.
I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what it is.
Time. What say?
Tiger. He gets, I'm not doing it.
Oh, panda.
No!
Sloth. Sloth. The fact you don't know what it is crazy. I don't know, it's not, bro. Why is he moving so slow?
It's easy. Total.
Oh,
How do you not know it's a turtle?
You went like this.
I know.
Nah, because you went like this.
But I can say the...
Hey, well played. Unlucky though.
Good game.
Well played. Hey,
sorry.
unlucky though. Well done.
Do you know what my prediction tonight? Joe Rodon goes up for a corner, nods it in, and then does a celebration right into the camera. Either that or one of those ones. I'm not sure which one it's going to be.
Yeah. Love the banter. That would have been tough for them to do, but I think that just shows the camaraderie and also the winning mentality, because you don't want to lose, even at Guess the Zoo. I thought it was brilliant.
Georginio Ruta on the losing side of Guess the Zoo, but earlier on this season, down at the King Power, was on the winning side when Leeds made it a win against Leicester 1-0. He scored the goal, of course, in a really big performance, and one of the, probably the best performances of the season from Leeds up until that point. How impressed were you? This was, of course, the goal going in.
Yeah, very impressed, like you say, the performance to show the rest of the league how to get a result against Leicester when everybody seemed to be faltering. It was just magic. And it was fortunate that it fell to George's feet, no doubt about it. You've got to be in the right place in the right time. The perfect delivery. I mean, Dan James is crossed there. We just attacked that near post pocket of space, and it was absolutely brilliant. So he's in the right place, right time. And it, like I say, that result, I think, was a message to the rest of the league to say we're here to be reckoned with. The teams that have come down generally have got to bounce back. So, you know, Leicester, yes. Leeds, yes. Southampton, yes. They're all in the mix. And then the surprise package has been Ipswich. And we've done very well against these teams in and around us, and that's what you've got to do if you want to be in the mix. So it's about getting, you know, you would love to be champions. It's about promotion, 102, and that's why I say this result is huge. A must not lose game tonight.
And for as important, Georginio's goal was at one end. This, right at the end, one of the moments of the season from Elland Meslier. Everyone thought that was going. It's almost behind him, isn't it?
It's an incredible save, and he didn't have much to do in the game, and that's why I admire Meslier so much this season, because when he has been called upon to make vital saves, he is producing. A lot of the times in games, he's been, you know, hasn't seen much action. So there's a great stat that, you know, Leeds United, he's been the goalkeeper that has faced the least amount of saves in the division this season. But what he has done, when he's been called upon, he's made vital saves. So he's an important part of this jigsaw piece that Daniel Farke has put together, and the confidence that he's gaining this season from obviously last season when we conceded a lot of goals, going down the turmoil that we were in the Premier League. I'm delighted for him.
Another player who's been in the goals this season into double figures is Joel Piroe, and he caught up with LUTV ahead of tonight's match.
Joel, how does it feel to be a Leeds United player right now? 11 matches unbeaten. It's a fantastic run. Give us a sense of how what the feeling is like in the squad.
Oh, the feeling is very positive. We're enjoying every minute of it, and we look forward to each and every game. Our confidence, the group, everyone together, like we have grown a lot since the start of the season, and yeah, you can see it in the results, the latest results as well.
Well, the last result was another good one at Plymouth, a clean sheet, you know, another victory. How crucial was that in the context of like the promotion race at the moment, do you feel?
I think it's very important because, well, every game is 3 points, and it's the biggest task we have for every game. But I think those games are a little bit underestimated most of the times as well, what makes it more difficult. Whereas well, we just have to be present each and every game. Everyone is doing their part as well. Like it's not that we're depending on 1 or 2 players only. Like we all are chipping in with goals, assists, and I think that's the most important thing for a team that wants to compete, wants to win everything. Like you cannot depend on one person each time.
How does it feel being involved in this promotion race, which is so tight and relentless, isn't it? You know, no team really is giving up at any point. Everybody is just flying every week.
Yes, all 4 teams are flying. It's well, difficult to say who's going to drop the points. We just know what we got to do.
How do you deal with it, though? I mean, what's kind of your mentality, sort of dealing with what is pressure but expectation as well?
Well, it's yeah, well, you always have the expectation as Leeds that you will win the games, like comfortable as well. But I think it's just staying switched on making sure that we deserve to win every game. Like, if we work harder than the opposition, if we, have showed just more quality with the ball, without the ball, then I'm certain we can beat every team.
Small game on Friday night at Elland Road against the Leicester side, who you've beaten already this season, and probably one of the best performances of the season. Would you go along with that victory there?
Yeah, I think that's one of our best performances, yes. And we just have to do it again.
Does that come into your thinking, knowing that you can beat them? Will they want revenge? There's all these kind of psychological things that come into a match like that. Does that previous game come into it at all?
Yeah, of course. The previous game that showed that we had a good plan, like how we stick to it, the press, the playing out from the back, everything that we did that game. We have learned from that what went wrong as well and what we can improve to. Well, they haven't changed their system that much, so we know what they will try to do. But on the other hand, it's another game again where it just starts 0-0 and you just have to make sure to win it.
And it's not just about staying in second place, is it? It's about chasing them down as well. And that's achievable, isn't it, with the points up for grabs?
Yeah, with the points up for grabs, it's achievable, yes. And we know as well what normally has been enough to have automatic promotion might not be enough this year, so we just have to try to win every game that we play from now on. The
great thing is you're at home, and home, as the manager calls it, is your living room. You don't want anyone to come here and sort of break this unbeaten record this season, but also you must have so much confidence stepping out onto the Elland Road pitch.
Yes, of course we have loads of confidence. We know that the fans are standing behind us as well, and that there always is a great atmosphere at Elland Road. But on the same time, we shouldn't take it for granted as well that just because we play at Elland Road that we should think like, we can take it easy now because we don't lose here. As I said before, we have to earn it as well again.
Elland Road is already bouncing. We have reinforced glass here, and you can hear the chanting coming through. We're just in a box at the top of the south stand, and it's absolutely pumping out there. Leicester, the visitors, the teams in the tunnel, ready to go. Just very quickly, Leicester, let's not forget, they're on the back of a defeat. They'll be looking to react to that after their defeat against Middlesbrough.
Lost to Middlesbrough, who were on a really bad run of form as well, but Michael Carrick's team got it together. They managed to get a result, so that is good. Leicester are coming here on the back of a defeat. Now, I've got to say one thing to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, mate.
Happy birthday.
It'll be a happy birthday.
Send your messages in of happy birthday to Rich, and 3 points for Leeds United on his birthday. I'm going 2-1. What are you saying?
Let's go 2-1. We'll go 2-1. It's a massive game. It's first versus second. It's the Sky Bet Championship under the lights. Your commentary will come from Bryn Law and Tony DeRigo. But before we do that, let's hear from the player who always plays with a smile on his face and scored the match winner down at Leicester earlier in the season. Here's the thoughts of Georginio Rutter.
Well, Georginio, this looks like a big game tonight. Would I be right?
Yeah, a big game, and important for us. And for the fans as well. It can be a good game. I think the stadium can be buzzing today. So good atmosphere. And it's an important game, And we are on the good shape. And this week was a good training, working good. So we are ready for tonight.
The challenge of Leicester, because of where they are on the table, has to be the hardest challenge of the season so far, doesn't it?
Yes and no, because you have maybe the 12th game again, still. So we are focused today, but you have another game for next week and the week after. So we are focused for today, but you have a lot of game after. So it's not only this game today.
Nighttime game, floodlights, really noisy crowd. It should be a great atmosphere, shouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Every player like this thing, And Leicester is a good team. And last time was a good atmosphere as well away. And today, I know it was incredible. So, yeah.
What an atmosphere we have inside Elland Road this evening. The noise levels have hit max already. As you can hear, all around, marching on together is absolutely booming out from those inside the stadium. A full house, of course, at Elland Road tonight. For second v first, the gap may be a big one. The aim of the exercise is to reduce that gap perhaps, but more importantly perhaps, to keep the good run going, to maintain the momentum and let the rest take care of itself.
You're absolutely right. It is all about beating what is in front of you. And of course, for Southampton and Ipswich, hot on our heels. It's about keeping them behind us and aiming for that top spot.
Well, there's been much discussion in the build-up to the game as to whether flags were required. I don't think you need any flags. When you have a noise like an Elland Road crowd can make under the floodlights as the team appears, that's all that's required. Light the touch paper and then retreat and wait for what comes. Leeds, who have won every league game so far in 2024, know that if they can keep that run going, then it's another big step towards the ultimate goal. The two teams break. Leeds United unchanged, go into the half, away to the left of the halfway line. Leicester City all in blue, top of the table. Frankly, you could still describe them as runaway leaders, even despite a defeat in their last run out against Middlesbrough. They are the team that's been setting the pace, and a hot pace right from the off. So Leeds know that this is the toughest challenge, surely, that this season can now provide. Leeds went to Leicester and won. They will be aiming to record something similar here.
That season, or that game, sorry, away at Leicester, kind of started our season, didn't it? Because we certainly had a poor start, but going there certainly started us going in the right direction.
And so the noise goes up. The game is underway. Leeds win the ball quickly on the halfway line. Played forward by Kamara, defended by Faes, who's under-hit his back pass, but the goalkeeper, Hermansen, is able to come to the edge of his penalty area and clear the ball forward. It's headed out by Archie Gray, and it will be a Leicester City throw-in on the halfway line. Noise cascading down from the stands as Rodon is under a little pressure, and ultimately Meslier helped him out there because Joe Rodon just let the ball run away briefly, momentarily. Leeds recover the situation.
Not used to that, are we? A little mistake there from Rodon. The touch was a poor one, and Daka was on it straight away.
Leeds, now Georginio. Faes gets there ahead of him and just happy to play the ball into touch over on the far side in front of the East Stand. It's been an all-action opening to this game. Not something that's been a surprise for us this season at Elland Road. Plenty's gone on in the early stages. Georginio, good turn into the penalty area. And there's the first corner kick of the game, won by Georginio. Listen to the roar that greets it.
It's just incredible. The noise is amazing. For that corner kick over there on the far side from Georginio. Nice and course and confident. And so he should be, playing really well.
So Summerville, for the first time in the evening, goes to spot the ball up. Gloves on, arm raised. Ball into the penalty area. Headed across the middle and cleared as far as Kamara, who goes back into the centre circle to Archie Gray. Gruev, edge of the centre circle, out wide to his right to Gray, who just tucks it back into Gruev. And then it goes across the halfway line to Ampadu, and Ampadu is happy to turn back and go back to goalkeeper Meslier. And we were just speculating as to how Leicester would line up in this game, with Pereira perhaps operating in a midfield role. Potentially to... Oh, hold on a second. Meslier, a long way out the penalty area, and he was controlling the ball with blue shirts bearing down on him, but it's all fine. And Leeds got the ball up into the Leicester half, and Leicester have just played it straight into touch off the foot there of Fatou. And it's a Leeds throw-in midway inside Leeds territory.
Yeah, so Choudhury's the one that's certainly trying to track Summerville.
Leeds a little penned in, but managed to win a throw-in. Ampadu goes to retrieve the ball over on the left side.
And then you look at where the danger men are for Leicester as well. Clearly, Piroe and Mavididi, the two wide men up against our fullbacks. That's certainly going to be two of the key battles tonight.
Certainly that was the case in the first game between these two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And down the right side it goes for Leicester City now. Mavididi is on the ball. Mavididi spins away from the challenge of Georginio. Goes back to Choudhury. Played infield to Winks. And then Winks further wide for the shot from distance, which Dewsbury-Hall delivered. but I think Meslier was always aware that that one had been dragged wide of the far post.
I think you look at their midfield as well. Winks and Dewsbury-Hall, how much ball will they get? And if they do get a lot of the ball, then bringing those wingers into play or striking straight at the target, like Dewsbury-Hall tried there, will be a danger for us.
Meslier out to Rodon. And Joe Rodon accelerates towards and over the halfway line. Gnonto, lovely layoff for Archie Gray. Archie Gray on the edge of the penalty area, tucks it back into Gnonto, lays it in for Piroe! And Piroe with a clear sight of goal, and Summerville waiting to his left, sweeps his shot over the crossbar.
Two options. One, stick it in the back of the net. Two, find Summerville at the far post. Great one-touch play, finding the spare man. Brilliant little flick, wasn't from Gnonto, but look where Summerville is. So much time and space. And Piroe, half a chance. Should have at least hit the target. Make the keeper make a save.
Frustration for Joel Piroe, and frustration perhaps for Crescencio Summerville as well. Leeds carve open the first opening of the game. Leicester look to respond. Georginio, challenge on the halfway line, adjudged to be a foul on Justin. So Leicester have a free kick on halfway, which they take short, back to Winks, into Choudhury. Heavy touch from Choudhury. He goes down, though, under the challenge, the fairly ineffectual challenge of Piroe. Enough for him to fall to 4, and for Leicester to go with Dewsbury-Hall. Gruev, foul, a judge to have fouled Dewsbury-Hall. Maybe went through the back of the Leicester man there. Tried to pull out of it, but Leicester end up with a free kick in a dangerous position.
Well, there's no doubt. It's the foot at the bottom that takes out the standing foot of Dewsbury-Hall. It is a free kick. Leicester popping around quickly in that central area, causing us one or two problems.
Time for calm heads. Easy to say amidst the noise here at Elland Road. Leicester with their first opportunity from a set piece. The ball is, 12-15 yards outside the penalty area. So it's a some distance, but it's pretty central. And they have people in their group who will fancy their chances here. Dewsbury-Hall is the man taking on the responsibility, it would appear, here.
Vestergaard at the far. That seems to be the favourite one to me.
Maybe a chance to curl the ball in. It's exactly what they do. Headed away by Rodon. Comes off the head of Gnonto. And then the shot from the edge of the penalty area by Fatau is a wild one. And it sails high into the stand that Illan Meslier guards.
Yet again, it's a half a chance, but he slashes at it. And you remember back at the fixture in Leicester, him coming in and hitting that bar. What a great shot that was. Didn't quite go in on that occasion.
Meslier out the box. Goes wide right to Rodon. He goes over the top. Looks like a good ball. Gnonto's in behind, but the keeper read the situation. Hermansen came and cleared up over the halfway line. Georginio loses out to Dewsbury-Hall. Leicester with ball down below. Mavididi on this right side. One back by Leeds. Now Gnonto to Georginio. Georginio drifts one way then the other and then runs into trouble. A little bit frustrating for his teammates there. Opportunities were on to release the ball that he didn't take.
He didn't, going for the nutmegs in the second phase of that dribble. And when it comes off, it looks absolutely amazing. When it doesn't, not so clever.
Hermansen on the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Goes square to Vestergaard. Played just beyond Georginio to Winks. Leicester taking a risk and getting away with it. And now play the ball out wide to the right side touchline where the run is on and the ball is played into the penalty area. Rodon heads it as far as Choudhury. Comes back to Winks to try a shot. Poor shot it was as well. And it was dragged well wide.
Certainly was. That wasn't his best effort by a long chalk, but Fatau on the right-hand side, loves to jink to the right, comes inside, and Firpo's got to be aware of that. Got to try and stop him doing that too easy.
Yeah, there's going to be pressure potentially on the two fullbacks this evening. Could be a key area in this game. Let's see how things develop. Meslier, Rodon, pinned wide on this near side, but he's managed to work the ball through Dewsbury-Hall. And it opened up for him a little bit then. He just dwelt on the ball, and he's closed off by the challenge of Winks. Rodon operating down the right side like a right back there.
Well, I think the tempo's really high, isn't it? Good closing down from both sides and not finding it easy just to dictate play.
Oh, nice little piece of footwork from Archie Gray there to work the space and get the ball up the line. Leeds end up with a throw-in. Daniel Farker all animation on the edge of the technical area down below. Gray with a throw to Georginio, into Gnonto. Little touch, little heavy with a touch. Back to Hermansen it goes. Leicester keeper wearing the bright pink purple ensemble, often favoured by Elland Meslier, who's in a much more traditional green at the other end. Leeds appeal for a foul on Piroe, nothing given by referee Craig Pawson. Leicester get the ball back and just give it into the keeper, who's able to look forward and now will deliver forward. Right foot ball over the top. Gruev will just let that one run all the way through to Meslier. And we have had 10 frantic minutes here at Elland Road, 0-0.
High-octane stuff, isn't it? It really is. High tempo, some quality out there as well, but the best chance, well, it's dropped to Joel Piroe, and we couldn't take advantage.
Rodon. Attempted clearance, blocked, so he has to go back to Meslier. Mellier's under a bit of pressure, goes across the penalty area to Ampadu on the far side. Further wide it goes to Firpo. Infield to Gruev. Leeds work their way out of trouble nicely. Now Kamara, on it goes to Georginio. Oh, just laid in front of Firpo there. He couldn't get to it in time, and it goes out for a Leicester throw on the halfway line.
Nice patient play at the back, going from right to left, finding the spare man. The press from Leicester, he managed to bypass it on that occasion.
Choudhury goes back into his own half, too fast with the throw in. And then it's played forward and through the middle for Daka. And now Dewsbury-Hall. And now out wide to Mavididi on the left side of the Leeds penalty area. Little step over, Gray stays with him. He just tucks it back in where there's a bit of space on the edge of the area for Justin to cross to the far post. Heads up goalwards, header into the hands of Meslier. A nice build-up from Leicester, got a good ball into the middle. Ultimately, a fairly straightforward save for the keeper.
Certainly was. Header, fortunately, straight at Meslier, but you see the winger Mavididi, Gnonto and Summerville on the other side. Important jobs, not only going forward, but defensively getting the right positions to try and deny the ball to those wide men of Leicester.
Leicester pressing high on the Leeds players as they try and play out from the back. A little bit of extra pressure as Leeds get the ball over the halfway line, but are unable to maintain control in the Leicester half. It goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Down below, Enzo Maresca has a conversation with Mavididi as Leeds almost win the ball back in a good position, but Gnonto beaten to it. Enzo Maresca earned some headlines for his comment that it's only a big game for Leeds and the build-up to it. Wasn't a big game for Leicester. Kind of get what he means.
Kind of. It's not the greatest thing to say, but at the same time, when you're 9 points clear, I know which position I'd rather be in, but at the same time, it is a huge game. Of course it is. You know, they look to have an unassailable lead. They lose this one, and suddenly that lead doesn't look anywhere near as confident as it did.
Leeds with the throw-in. Firpo from the halfway line. Piroe just misdirects it. Leeds win it back on the halfway line. Kamara battling away in there, does well. Gets it to Gruev, stands behind. Back to Kamara, the two link up. Well, now Kamara can drop the shoulder and cross the halfway line. He has runners. He goes infield to Georginio. Georginio shows too much of it again in that midfield battle. And Leicester quickly on, but giving it away to Kamara. Loose pass. Piroe back to Kamara. Short pass through the middle in that Leicester half. Gnonto does well, holds off a challenge, tucks it in to Georginio just outside the box. He tries to wriggle his way through a wall of blue and isn't entirely successful. And Gray slides in to make an important... Joe Rodon comes in with another important slide challenge. He launched that one from about 15 feet away from Mavididi. Joe Rodon made enough contact with the ball to ensure it went into touch for a Leicester throw.
Excellent challenge. I think what Leicester clearly are very aware that Georginio does like to dribble a little bit. They're getting tight around him. They're winning it back. He needs to be more secure in possession when it does come to him. And you can do those sort of tricks, but do it in the last third when you need to beat the centre half, not when you need to beat a midfielder in the middle of the pitch.
And presumably if there's 4 standing around him, there must be space elsewhere for the likes of Gnonto and Summerville.
Well, we haven't given to Summerville yet, have we? That's all. Need to get him on the ball.
Kamara. Back in it goes to Ampadu. Now Gruev. He can look forward and then look back to Ampadu. Back it goes to Gruev and returned again. Ampadu across the back to Rodon. And Rodon out wide right side to Gray. Has to go and chase his own error there, Archie Gray. Leicester win the ball back. Vestergaard to Dewsbury-Hall. Mavididi takes on Gray. Gray's got to stay with him. Mavididi's still going. Puts the ball back to the edge of the penalty area. Attempt to the shot on goal, and Meslier just gets fingertips to it there. Flying towards the net from Daka. And Meslier had to just push it up and over the top for a corner kick.
There you see the danger of Mavididi. He's strong in possession. Archie almost got there, but not quite. And the winger to play it inside. Shot from that angle. It's going to be difficult. Needed to make a save, and Meslier did.
May have gone over the crossbar anyway, but the goalkeeper definitely couldn't take the gamble. So he got fingertips to it at full stretch, and that will go down as a really good save. But more defending to do here now, because Leicester City have their first corner kick with Dewsbury-Hall to take it. In near post, headed across the area, fast at the back post, scores for Leicester. Leeds didn't pick up the back post run, and it arrived on the head of the defender, and he could not miss. And Leicester it is who take the early initiative in this game. Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1.
Disappointing defensively. Excellent corner from Leicester, but the man makes the run to the near post. You've got to have someone in front of him, and it was Daka coming out of the pack, gets the jump, gets there first. It's a great flick. It really is. And fast at the back stick. Well, all he had to do is just make a connection and head it down. Well-worked goal from Leicester. Disappointing defensively from us. Not said that very much in these recent games at all, but there we were found wanting.
Yep, that's a very rare thing. A Leeds concession of a goal in 2024. In the league, only the second time it's happened. Rodon and Ampadu have been a major part of that. Defensive solidity. Will be unhappy that that run has been brought to an end in this huge game. Georginio cannot keep the ball in play. It comes off him and rolls away down below the Leicester City supporters, occupying a strip of the West Stand. Suddenly find their voices here inside Elland Road. Leicester with a throw-in right in front of them. Rodon stoops down and heads it straight to Justin. Tempted clearance, cannons off Georginio. Kamara halfway line, going to try and win it back and now keep it in play. He does both. Just rolls it back into Ethan Ampadu. To Piroe, turns and looks forward. Plays a ball for Gnonto, takes it down really nicely, edge of the penalty area. First time ball into the middle, Piroe heads it across. Was it towards goal or was it towards Summerville? It ended up being neither, and from a good position it went behind for a goal kick.
Well, it should have been towards goal. Excellent ball from Piroe. Just stretches enough Gnonto, and then when he fires it back in, just get it on target. Unfortunately, Piroe gets that one all wrong. Coming at him quickly, but I think he sees it a long way out. Trying to go back across the keeper, but always going very well wide.
Leeds 2 opportunities in this game, both fallen to Joel Piroe. Leicester trying to play a ball in behind the Leeds lines, but that's gone too far and carried through to Meslier.
Certainly the second chance was a lot more difficult, there's no doubt, but the good thing is we are making chances.
Rodon under pressure, and the ball goes out of play. You can see the tactic here, can't you, to get right in the face of Joe Rodon as the out ball, one of the out balls. He and Ethan Ampadu usually enjoy so much time and possession.
We're not finding it easy to get it through the thirds, and that's when we talk about getting the ball to Summerville. We can't get good possession at the back to get it in midfield and to get it out to Summerville. Leicester putting that press on us. We've bypassed it once or twice, but they've managed to certainly win the ball back well a few times.
Gnonto into Georginio. Leeds beginning to move forward here at some pace. Georginio caught by a tackle on the halfway line, and this will be a yellow card as well. Ooh. Pereira yellow carded. I thought that was a tackle.
I have to say, that was a good tackle. I'm struggling to see how that's a yellow card. All the Leicester players are appealing as well. But referee Pawson is giving that one as a yellow card.
Pereira shaking his head.
Let's see if he saw something that we didn't. There's a bit of the ball. I think there's not a problem there at all. It's a good challenge.
It's a really good tackle. It's a yellow card.
However, unlucky.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, that one's really unfortunate, to be fair.
So the captain in that midfield area has to be that little bit more careful. If you get booked for that, he's got to be a lot more careful. Summerville, halfway line. Well, he's quickly closed down. Choudhury not messing around there, was he? Straight in the back.
To be fair, Leicester aren't messing around as a team, are they? They've been in extremely quickly. Are they getting there first or testing our first touch?
Ball is with Firpo, down the line to Georginio, but he can't find Piroe. Cleared forward by Faes. Meslier comes out to the edge of the penalty area, gathers the ball, rolls it out underarm. Rodon's got some time and space ahead of him now. Dewsbury-Hall came across. Gnonto tackled well by Justin. Dewsbury-Hall always kept it in, and Gruev can't go into the challenge, and it's Ampadu. Can he go? No, he doesn't go in either. And as Dewsbury-Hall stumbles, Ampadu stayed sufficiently far away from him to make it clear that he wasn't going to make contact. Referee Pawson was closely positioned and gave nothing when Leicester wanted a penalty.
Tell you what, it does well, Ampadu, because if he did make any sort of challenge, he was going to be in trouble. I think he just pulled out just in time. And that's one of those where the attacker's expecting a challenge. None came, no touch. Down he goes. Certainly no penalty.
Those behind the goal, towards which Dewsbury-Hall was running, less than impressed with the attempt perhaps to win one there. Georginio battling away to good effect. And then Piroe tucks it back to Georginio. Summerville takes it high on the chest, gets away from Choudhury, and then he's fouled. And, he was fouled by Choudhury there, but the referee gives nothing. So it's Leeds who have cause for unhappiness in terms of a decision, but they win it back. What a battle it is. It's a scrap in there now. Piroe onto Georginio. Now Gnonto in space. Gnonto inside. Still going. Oh, it's hit Summerville on its way perhaps towards goal. And Leeds had an excellent opportunity, but now they're under pressure at the other end. Mavididi played in over the top. Gray in front of him. Plays it through the legs of Gray. Gray keeps the ball in play. Oh, that's magnificent work by Archie Gray. Stayed up, stood his ground, kept the ball in play, and passed to a teammate to get the ball away from a dangerous position.
Wow. Take a breather, Bryn, because I tell you what, you're going to need that breath. End-to-end stuff, wasn't it? Brilliant from Gnonto, but the heavy touch, I thought he could just get out his feet and strike at goal. Another chance goes begging.
He's in so much space, he's going again. He's going through the middle, tried to play it into Georginio, was just to his right, but failed to do that. Leicester block it off, and they come away. Well, we were expecting quite a tussle here. We were expecting a real advert for Championship football, and thus far, 22 minutes in, it's absolutely all of that.
It really is, an absolute cracker, but saying that, I think we should have had a couple of goals. And it's taking those chances again that we haven't quite managed.
Now then, suddenly Leicester have found space through the middle, and Mavididi's brought in, and he's on the edge of the penalty area, and he cuts on his right foot, and the ball goes wide, but he's overhit the pass. There's too much weight on it, and Fatau couldn't control it, which is a really good job, because he was unmarked in the penalty area.
It certainly is. Once again, that's an excellent touch around the corner. And then when he gets the return pass, Mavididi here, thought he might come inside and just unleash a shot. He's got half a yard, but pass too heavy. Certainly a danger, aren't they, the widemen?
Fairness to Firpo, he was heading in the direction. He didn't need to do it in the end. Control was heavy. Georginio does well, does really well to hold off the challenge. Now he's played Summerville in. Summerville is into the penalty area. Summerville, oh, what a challenge that was that came in at the key moment. Summerville all set to pull the trigger, and Vestergaard slid in. Leeds come again. Firpo wobbling his way in towards the penalty area. No free kick given for the challenge. Kamara now behind him. What a noise. Now Summerville into the penalty area. Oh, just behind Georginio. And Leeds win the ball back on the halfway line. The fans respond, the noise level, the intensity, it's all here.
Wow, what a challenge from Vestergaard. Absolutely fantastic, but you're right, the noise is deafening. And we are putting on the pressure. The fans are trying to do their part as well, brilliantly.
Ampadu. Short left to Kamara. Kamara back to Gruev on the halfway line. Moves forward and then cuts the ball back to Rodon. Halfway, centre circle. Ampadu wide, left side, Firpo. Pushed inside to Kamara. Kamara goes to ground. Fouled there by Winks in that congested midfield area. And Leeds have a free kick on the edge of the centre circle.
Well, here we see the opportunity again. They come out to Summerville. It's an excellent pass. He gets the wrong side and runs around Choudhury, but what about that for a challenge? Brilliant reading of the plate from Vestergaard.
Rodon can't get it forward to Georginio. Read by Vestergaard again. Dewsbury-Hall, now Mavididi to his left on the edge of the penalty area. Mavididi on his right foot. Takes it out the box, gives it to Winks. Winks plays it wide to the far side, to the other winger, who will attack the penalty area. Rolls it in. Strange ball. And went straight to the hands of Meslier.
What did he see? What did he see? Pereira, I think, might have been starting to make a run, but then just stood still. And once the head went down for Vitawu, the pass was played. Fortunately to no one.
Meslier, straight ball, short ball to Gruev. And now Rodon. Back to Meslier it goes. Ampadu to the left. Back into the middle to the goalkeeper. Out to the right to Rodon. Back to the goalkeeper. Now Leicester start to press. Oh, Mellier's held on to it. And now he's played it straight into touch. The pass to Ampadu was on, but it had to be first time, and he took a moment, and suddenly the door was closed, and it's ended up going out for a Leicester throw-in, level with the edge of the Leeds penalty area.
Pressure closing down from Leicester is extremely good. Got to do things quick, with confidence, bit of zip, and there, once you have indecision, it's a problem.
Ball chipped over the top, lovely ball from Dewsbury-Hall to Justin, plays it into the middle, Firpo, cool as you like. Chests it down into the hands of Meslier. Leeds look to try and counter-attack here. Kamara holds it up. And then Summerville sets off, but he can't get it into his path. It's cleared back to Firpo. And then Ampadu behind him comes in to take control. The captain goes across to Rodon. Straight through the middle, but straight to Vestergaard. That outlet ball from Leeds United via Joe Rodon, just not happening at the moment.
No, we're getting hustled out of things, having to do things a lot quicker than we would like. And of course, Leicester on the front foot, stepping in, intercepting, if not, first touch, really snapping into those challenges.
Good challenge, Gruev. Not such a good challenge from Gnonto. Free kick for the foul on Dewsbury-Hall. Gnonto goes into, well, I think offer apologies, but Dewsbury-Hall rolls away under his touch. Craig Pawson comes to make sure that everything's okay. Enzo Maresca, the Leicester manager, gets involved in the conversation as well.
Gotta say, I don't think it was a great challenge. Just going in fiercely, but missed the ball. Stands right on foot with the ankle of Dewsbury-Hall. He's got away with that one.
Yeah, probably has, to be fair.
Well, when you consider that challenge compared to Pereira's, I know which one looks more a booking than not.
The game starts again. Leicester happy to go back from a free kick in the Leeds half. Little ball rolled around the corner by Pereira. On the halfway line, Winks plays the ball over the top. Mavididi's making the run, but the pass is too heavy. Winks acknowledges his error, and Leeds have a goal kick.
There's a lot of players actually slip and sliding, and Archie's just gone down there. At the other end, I saw Firpo and one or two others just losing their footing. I just wonder, maybe a revised pair of boots might be ordered today.
Some of the Leeds subs appear down below. Bamford amongst them as the ball comes forward, looking for Gnonto in the Leicester half. Takes it down well. Kamara, good ball to Georginio. Georginio, Vestergaard again, slides in to really good effect to block off the Leeds man. Vestergaard showing all his experience, seasoned international. And he's been a pick out at the back for Leicester thus far.
His defending has been absolutely superb. His passing, thankfully, not so good. But I tell you what, some of the challenges he's made, the timing, Georginio not getting a lot of change out of him.
Gnonto quickly closed down by Winks. Ball back out for a second successive Leeds United throw-in. Leeds midway inside their own half. Archie Gray prepares to deliver the ball some way forward. In it goes to Georginio, holds off Justin, rolls away from him. Lovely play, Piroe tight, and Gnonto slipped that time. And then Gray just gets it back to Gnonto. It's also tight as Leicester close down quickly. Leeds get it into a bit of space where they can create a bit of time as well with the ball out from Ampadu to Gruev. Now Gruev to Kamara. Gives it back to Gruev, back to Kamara. He may come across, he does, the back to Rodon. Now there's space for Joe Rodon. Gnonto halfway line for Leeds. Back it goes into Rodon. Spell of possession for Leeds United here. And we're moving into the 30th minute with Leicester, that one goal in front. Rodon, Leeds have created chances aplenty though. Gnonto back into Rodon and back to Gnonto, drops the shoulder, but in doing so, the ball just rolled away from him and out for a Leicester throw-in.
Not at our fluid best, are we now? Finding it difficult, the intensity of Leicester's closing down really is causing us a few problems. Just got to have a few passes together, go from right to left, left to right, find the space, but just get a bit of confidence on the ball.
It's a bit of a shock to the system after
it is.
the games we've watched recently.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No one's done this to us.
No.
You know, simple as that. No one's done this.
The level of intensity involved is maybe a key aspect of that. Leicester showing they're on top for a reason. Piroe and Georginio almost link up, but not quite. Goalkeeper Hermansen takes a gamble himself, running the ball across his goal line there. Leeds win it back from the clearance. Kamara stretches to get it to Firpo. He drops a shot. He's fouled there, surely, Firpo. The referee doesn't give anything. So Leicester end up with a throw-in.
Just the reaction of Firpo seems to suggest that he knows it wasn't a foul either, but yeah, you're right. We haven't really been put to the test like this. Normally by this stage we've popped the ball around, we've pushed the opposition back, we're in control, we're starting on kind of the halfway line here. We're struggling to get to the halfway line.
Choudhury with a throw-in for Leicester, over in front of the east stand. Dewsbury-Hall. Gray and Mavididi both chase the same ball. Neither's getting there, it's going out for a throw-in. Gray gives it to Rodon. Joe Rodon back to Meslier. Meslier back to Rodon. Now he's closed down by Dewsbury-Hall, so he goes long, over the top, looks for the run perhaps of Gnonto. Justin's ahead of him, but the keeper's come to the edge of the area anyway. And that's the alternative potentially, isn't it, to the trying to play out from the back. The long ball just delivers the possession back into the other team.
Yeah, it is, but neither's really working as we would like. Trying to find that spare man, trying to find someone facing up to the ball in a good position with time and space is at a premium.
Well, they're both at it because Vestergaard's just given a really dangerous ball back into Hermansen as Leicester play out from the penalty area. And the goalkeeper had to race to his right just to make sure that nothing embarrassing happened. Firpo, lovely cushioned header down to Ampadu in a defensive position. Ampadu gives it back to Junior Firpo. Firpo will go back to Meslier. Meslier out to Rodon. Back to Meslier again. Meslier looks, weighs up his options. On it goes Georginio in his own half. Faes has come with him, but Georginio's got away from him. Great second touch as well, and maybe still a third. And then there's a foul on Georginio. And he had to draw one in the end, didn't he, in a run like that one. Just
his
inside
trickery
Leeds half.
This time did pay off, but here we're looking at the goal again. You just see Leicester player getting there first. That shouldn't happen. The face at the back just needs to get a half-decent contact on it.
It's got to be worked, that, hasn't it, from Leicester. Georginio almost played the ball through. Now Firpo picks it up. He just puts it over the top. Summerville into the penalty area. And foul is given against Summerville there as Vestergaard falls to the ground, heads the ball behind what might have been a corner kick. Instead, it's a free kick.
Vestergaard again just read the danger. He's across, gets his body in the way. He is clipped from behind.
Leicester are implored to take the free kick a little more quickly by the home support. Big conversations going on as they take the short one across the penalty area. Vestergaard in possession. Justin challenges a good one from Gnonto. And Leeds say it's a Leeds ball. Well, Daniel Farke says it's a Leeds ball. And the assistant now agrees with him. And Daniel Farke says, come on, momentum, tempo, get this game going again. As he gives the ball to Archie Gray. Georginio, again, wriggling through challenges. Lovely ball. Kamara gives it back to Georginio. And Georginio, another big attempt to get forward, but Dewsbury-Hall's too cute. And he holds his ground and gets the ball off the Leeds attacker. And it's up. Pereira flicks it on. Rodon's behind him. Launches it back into... Oh, caught there, but there's an advantage to be played. Gnonto trying to work his way into a bit of space. Georginio was clattered. Stayed down. Referees allowed the game to go on. Leeds come with Ampadu. And now Gray on the right side of the penalty area. Needs a bit of help. Gives it into Gnonto. Gnonto gives it out to Ampadu on this right side. Needs a good cross from Ampadu. Delivers into the penalty. I tell you what, it wasn't a bad one. But there was nobody in the middle there to get on the end of that one. And it's cleared up and over the halfway line.
Just a little surprised that the play wasn't stopped, because that was a head injury, no doubt, from Georginio. Justin clattered into him. Always going to happen, that. He's a sore one, but Georginio made a stronger stuff. Gets up. He looks okay.
Ampadu back in a more conventional position than right wing. Gruev. On to Piroe. Lets it run nicely for Georginio. Well challenged by Vestergaard once more. Comes for Ampadu. Some game, this.
It really is. There's no space out there. The first touch better be spot on, otherwise you're getting closed down.
Ampadu over the halfway line.
No.
Manages somehow to get it to Summerville. A little fortuitously. Gnonto in that Leicester half, moving up towards the penalty area. Gets it into Archie Gray, who tries to cut it back into the middle to Piroe. And it brings Leeds a corner kick.
And a huge roar from the crowd as well. Really was excellent play, but Ampadu, I've seen him right wing, I've seen him left wing, and just all over the place. But again, with plenty of time left in the game, you know, let's not do anything rash, just keep trying to do the right thing.
Gruev will deliver the corner kick for Leeds into that 6-yard box. It's up in the air at the far post. It was Ampadu underneath it, Georginio underneath it. Comes back out for Georginio and then cleared only as far as Gnonto, but he can't get on the ball. Gruev will try and do that, but Mavididi's really quick. Oh, lovely challenge by Gruev there to get in front of the Leicester man and appealed for the throw-in from the challenge. He doesn't get that, but everything else was spot on.
This is like an intense first 5-10 minutes of a game that just carries on, basically. It's been played at breakneck speed, it really has.
37th minute, Leicester in front by 1-0. Justin back into his own half to Winks. Winks goes across field to Pereira, who tucks it back into Faes. Gets a nice ball forward into Winks. Leicester moving the ball around confidently now down the right side. Fatawu with Firpo in front of him, holds it up and then goes back just to keep possession to Choudhury, and then back it goes to Fatawu, and then somewhat bizarrely he delivers the ball miles back into his own half. Hermansen's come out the penalty area, miles out the penalty area as well, and then his clearance is won back by Leeds on the halfway line. What on earth was Fatawu doing there? That was the most unusual ball he could have played of all the options available.
I was fine with it, to be honest. But you're right. At least Firpo this time did manage to, usher him backwards and away from goal. He was just trying to get it back to a teammate, but got it wrong.
Gnonto, Gruev over the top for Gray in space down the right side to push on for Leeds. Vestergaard takes it away from Vestergaard. Good work into Gnonto. He's tackled right in the edge of the area. Georginio goes down, but the foul is given against Georginio, not for Georginio. Either option was available to referee Craig Pawson. and it will be a Leicester free kick. 2 Leicester men down on the turf.
Yeah, certainly. Georginio was the person that Craig Pawson suggested fouled Winks. Did he get a piece of the ball? Not so sure, but got a bit of the man, so it goes against us.
Justin had to be helped to his feet after a challenge from Gnonto. And he limps away.
Gruev there, have a look. He's just talking to Georginio. Just trying to give him a little bit of advice. I like that as well, when those moments come. Who's out there talking? Who's getting things sorted? Who's trying to help their teammate?
There's a few like that in this group, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. And Gruev, he's not been in the side very long, but he's just growing and growing each game.
I'm sure all the players are relishing this occasion. Georginio certainly gave that sense when we spoke to him before kick-off. Now Summerville from Gruev here. Summerville through the middle, holds it up, goes outside his man. He saw the opportunity for the shot, he took the opportunity for the shot, but the delivery was all sorts of wrong and it went high over the crossbar.
Well, we win the ball back and see Faes just stepping backwards because Summerville's got the ball. Certainly the shot was on.
Piroe just wanted it tucked into his path, didn't he, as he ran through the middle. Summerville 15 goals. Probably thought, I've got a chance to add to that total. Leicester delay releasing the ball from the penalty area. Vestergaard does that job now. Gray and Mavididi battle, and Gray comes out on top, and again, and then he and Gruev exchange close range passes, and Leeds do really well to work out of a tight corner.
Whether it was meant or not, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you're having to move it quickly, you're having to really be right on your game, but so precise.
Gruev involved again with Kamara, and then to Gnonto. Gnonto over the top for Gray, and he's got him behind, has he here? Well, he has to control it, and that just lets Mavididi get in, and Gray's got to go and win the ball back for Leeds now.
That's ours.
And that's off Justin, and Leeds have the throw-in, again, right in front of Daniel Farke. Back it goes to Gruev. We're in the final 5 minutes of this pulsating first half here at Elland Road. Ampadu moves the ball forward for Leeds, tackled, gets it back again, plays it into Gnonto, nice crisp ball, played to Georginio, who's in the penalty area. What can Georginio, oh, he's just robbed again, he gets back on it though in the penalty area. Gnonto's on his shoulder, Gnonto plays it back into Piroe, Piroe on the left foot, gives it back to Gnonto, again Leicester closing all the doors, and Leeds can't make progress. Well, maybe they'll do it now. Piroe, oh, he couldn't keep the ball in play, what a shame. That was close, it had to be.
It really was close. Not sure how referee's assistant didn't quite see that, but unfortunately, good defending again. Vestergaard just putting his foot in at absolute the right time. Had to make sure that he gets a piece of the ball, otherwise a penalty, but yet again, he did.
Justin will take the Leicester throw in. He's level with the edge of his own box, so he's looking down the line. Gnonto wins a header, and then it's Dewsbury-Hall who just hooks it forward into Leeds half, where nobody but Ampadu waits. And he's able to move the ball into the middle and then put the ball over the top, looking for Georginio. Vestergaard wins the header, but it drops for Gnonto. Gnonto goes towards the byline, cuts it into Georginio. Ball comes off Vestergaard, who's like a wall there for Leicester at the moment.
He is, but he knows that Georginio's going to try and nutmeg him and just closes his legs, wins the ball back.
Dewsbury-Hall carries it forward for Leicester. Gruev goes into the challenge. Dewsbury-Hall works it away from him. Mavididi, Winks and Mavididi combine. Comes back into Justin, a little further back. He may go all the way back to the keeper. He does. Hermansen. So Leicester trying to get themselves up into the Leeds half, end up back in their own penalty area. Piroe goes in to pressure the keeper, so he moves it out to Vestergaard. He gives it back to Hermansen. Piroe will gamely chase again, knowing the outcome. Oh, given away. Terrible ball by Hermansen. Gnonto moving forward into the middle to Kamara. Closed down. You can hear the man on call from the crowd. Gnonto has it now. Just chips it in. Georginio in the penalty area. Back to goal. Turns towards goal. And Choudhury stretches out a leg this time and takes it off the toes of Georginio.
Unfortunate, and that's where you need to try the bit of magic inside that box, but Choudhury stood up tall, defended well.
Leeds throw in. up by the corner flag. Archie Gray looking for movement. Georginio and Kamara in close proximity, both marked. So Gray delays and throws it back to Georginio, gives it back to Gray, in short to Georginio. On the edge of the area, he's into the area again, he's run into 3 shirts, and Dewsbury-Hall carries it forward, pursued by Gruev. And now Rodon. Rodon's done well, good work, Rodon. Gray, lovely ball, Kamara. Leeds are playing well at the moment, winning the ball back quickly, but need to do something with it in that penalty area. Ampadu, long way forward from him now. Georginio, first touch beyond Vestergaard. Referee had his back to the play then as Georginio went down, so there was no way Leeds were getting anything. Rodon's got to win this, so he does. Leeds can come again with Gray. All the white shirts are forward. Ampadu limping on the far side as Gnonto comes down the right. Gnonto cuts the ball in. He's misplaced the ball, and Leeds will win it back. Leicester are, at the moment, a little rattled, and they're hacking it clear, and every time it gets out, it comes back to a white shirt.
Yeah, but they're certainly defending well, though, still in plenty of numbers. But you're right, no real control once they do just hack it forward. But we need to somehow get behind them, get between them, and get a shot on target.
Leicester managed to get the ball up to the halfway line when Leeds conceded possession. And Dewsbury-Hall, playmaker in chief, out to Mavididi on this near side. Mavididi stops and goes back with Gray in front of him to Justin. Winks and Justin as we await the board down below. Final few seconds of the first 45 flown by. Back it goes to Hermansen, just outside the penalty area. Ball out to Faes, and he tucks it back into the goalkeeper. 2 added minutes. A long ball from the keeper, which somewhat demonstrates Leicester's sense perhaps that they're under pressure here, because it was a pretty aimless long ball, a type that you very rarely see played at any top level these days. Rodon.
It's one of your balls, Bryn.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it is. I mean, there's obviously a place for it.
And they haven't done it too often, have they, in this first half? But Leicester trying to get to this half-time with their goal lead intact.
Georginio holds off Vestergaard. He's fouled by Vestergaard in the centre circle. You'll hear the roar that greets that. It's an ironic roar, the suggestion being that Georginio's not got much change at the referee in terms of those challenges from Vestergaard, who's sticking to him tight every time he goes in for the ball.
Yeah, and that time it was Winks with the secondary challenge that gave the foul to us.
We've had one of the added 2 minutes. Leeds in the centre circle. Gruev, can he conjure up something from there? Plays it to Kamara. Kamara looking forwards. And now sideways, maybe still going. Couldn't get it in to Piroe. Faes was too quick, read the situation. He goes down, free kick Leicester in the centre circle. Kamara concedes it. Just anxious to make sure that Faes couldn't play a ball forward before Leeds got back.
I think those defenders have done it extremely well for Leicester when they step in and they read where the ball's going. Vestergaard, Faes really are defending well.
When you look at the Leicester squad and this side that they've got here, it's chock full of internationals. A couple of Belgium internationals involved. Vestergaard, the Danish international, English internationals. Winks is one of those. Maybe not currently, but it's all been there previously. As Meslier comes right to the edge of the penalty area, gets there ahead of Pereira, rolls it out quickly. Game goes on. Gruev to Summerville, who's come over to this right side to try and get a bit of the ball. Not seen an awful lot of it.
No, I think Leicester have done that extremely well.
And there's the half-time whistle. Well, it's been non-stop action here at Elland Road, but the only goal has come. Oh, there's a yellow card being shown to Joe Rodon there for the foul before the whistle went.
On Daka.
On Daka.
That's right. That was just a little late. Advantage was played, but certainly that won't do the Welshman's mood any better.
So Leeds head towards the tunnel in a situation they haven't been in for quite some time now. They're behind in this game. Leeds have created chances. There's much more football to come from this one. Of that, I think we're quite sure.
You're absolutely right. High tempo, high quality game. We've had 2 excellent chances to score. Haven't been able to. Leicester took theirs. Still so much to play for. Looking forward to this second half.
It's been a good first half. Not quite good enough from Leeds' perspective. Things need to improve slightly. Half-time scoreline. It's Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1.
Dear Britain, the heat is on. It's not warmth filling our homes, it's worry. But we have a burning desire for change, where we can cut our energy bills without cutting back on anything else. So the heat may be on, but keep a cool head. Warmest regards, Boxed.
Cut your energy bills by up to £65 a month with an A-rated boiler from just £11 a month.
Life's better, Boxed.
Escape to a land where it's no work and all play. There's no such thing as speed limits. Where wild animals roam. And around every corner is a new adventure. Where you live amongst nature and giant rabbits come and say hello. Escape to Flamingo Land. Book your day pass online at flamingoland.co.uk.
TV?
Yeah, it's the new Hisense Mini LED.
Should have asked me what to get. We've got a 65-inch with Mini LED, but you've got to be paying at least £2,000 for that.
Actually, this one has all those features and more, and we didn't pay anything like that. Looks great, doesn't it?
Something magical is living in my house. If I spill or make a mess, the next moment it's magically gone. I never see them, but they get everywhere. Is it fairies or mini little people? Is it you? Everything is so sparkly. Mummy says try not to make too much mess, so we don't scare them away.
No magic, no spells, just astonish.
A fascinating first 45 then here at Elland Road. Leeds United 1 down against Leicester City. It's been fast, it's been furious, it's been everything in many ways we hoped it would be this game, end to end. Not quite the scoreline we're wanting just at the moment, but you can't take your eyes off it, can you?
It's only half time. We've still got another 45 minutes to go, plus extra time. And like you say, we don't want to be in here 1-0 down, but the first half, it was what everybody was looking forward to in this game. It was end-to-end stuff. There was chances created by both teams. And sadly, off the end of it, it was a set play goal that we scored against Leicester last time out. at their place, they've done the same against us here, and it was Faes with the goal from a corner kick, and sadly I think that's what will have upset Daniel Farke, the fact that it was from a set play, where this season we've looked very organised.
And it came from an initial save from Meslier, which we took a look at a few times and thought, is it going over? You know, at that kind of narrow margins, he's got to make the save and puts it out for a corner.
Yeah, well, I mean, me and you were having a little bit of a discussion saying, did he need to save it? Was it going over? And I felt like he had to make some form of contact on the ball, because you never know where it was going to go. And like you say, from the resultant corner, they have scored, but I think he's still got to do it. And what I didn't like is the amount of space that Daka had on the edge of the area there. You know, there was a few players coming towards him, but he was able to get his touch out of his feet and get the goal, get the shot on target.
In terms of the goal, it's not great from the set play there from Leeds' point of view, and he's free at the back post.
Well, not only is he free, it's the kind of the thing that I look at. I take away my fan factor here, and I put my coach's hat on. I look and I think, Willie Gnonto against Faes in a man-man marking situation there. So Willie Gnonto basically turns his back on the player here, so he doesn't know where Faes has gone, and Faes has then got 5 yards, and Archie Gray tries to come over and handle the situation, but Faes has got the momentum, and when you get the momentum and the ball comes to you in that area, he just anticipates it, and it caught everybody out at Leeds United because there was a little flick on near post, and I've got to say, you cannot allow, if you've got a man-to-man job and you are the man that is marking that player, it doesn't matter about height difference, it's a mismatch, no doubt about it, but you cannot leave players free.
Leeds have not been without their chances in this game. They've certainly had a lot of possession. They've, outdone Leicester in terms of the amount of completed passes and all those stats. And they have had moments where the game's opened up for them. We just haven't quite taken those opportunities.
Well, it's the stats. When you look at stats, we're looking for shots on target. We're looking for goals. They're the ones that matter. You know, you talk about, we've dominated possession and things like that. No, it's the chances. And we've had some, like you say, very good chances, Rich, but we haven't hit the target. And a man that I admire so much, Joel Piroe, I think he's a fantastic goal scorer. And he always looks so calm and composed. But in the 2 moments that he's had, he snatches at this shot and he's got to test the goalkeeper and hit the target. Or he's got to have the vision to see that Summerville is free. And the fullbacks had to come across there while Faes is closing down the shot. That's a big moment early on in the game, and it was a good chance to respond from. However, the second chance that Joel Piroe got, the switcher play, again, Willie Gnonto was involved. He has no right to get this cross in. That is a striker's dream, because he doesn't have to move. Willie Gnonto's played a ball in, and when you see this angle here, so the ball goes out, Joel Piroe, he does what all good strikers do. You don't just admire your pass, you get your pass out wide, you get yourself in the goal-scoring area, and watch this moment here. The angle of his eyes, I'm thinking, yep, I don't even know where he's going. He's got to hit the target again. So that's a bigger chance for me.
Willie Gnonto's been in the thick of the action down the right-hand side and has had his moment as well, but for a potentially slightly heavy touch, could have been in on goal.
Yeah. I like when Willie Gnonto gets in these positions, because what he tends to do is just drag defenders out of position, and then he does his little chop inside and he scores with his left foot back across goal. So if you have a look at Faes, when Faes comes across to close down, yep, slips Willie Gnonto, but the big touch. And that's what has cost us first half. It has been the big moments when you need a little bit of composure or a little bit of class to outdo the opposition. We've just failed to do that, unfortunately.
You're a former striker. On that first Joel Piroe chance,
yeah,
you're hitting that every time, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The questions come when you don't hit the target or you don't score, and they're saying, no, because I saw Summerville going, that should have been passed to me. Joel Piroe, with the form he's in, just whip that ball. I'm expecting him to hit the target. When he doesn't, that's when the questions come. But I'm hitting that all day long myself.
Leeds found themselves in a position we haven't found ourselves in for a while now. We are a goal down, chasing this game, this big game here at Elland Road. What's Daniel Farke saying to the players right now, just underneath that west stand?
He'll be saying them plenty more second half of what we've done. We've created good chances. And what he will be saying also is we've been behind 13 times this season already in this situation. 17 points Leeds United have gained from being behind. We've had 5 wins, 2 draws and 6 losses. 3rd best in the league at coming back from being a goal down behind Ipswich and Norwich. Positives. I'm trying to be as positive as I can. So what he will be addressing, he'll be addressing set play routine to say you can't switch off in these moments. Who's accountable for this situation? But when the chances come, boys, please be clinical and hit the target. At least test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, one player who's been taking many plaudits this season has been the breakthrough, of course, of the fantastic Archie Gray, midfield, right back, wherever he's been put on the pitch. He's been absolutely fantastic. And he's been chatting to Dom and Matt Lewis on the official Leeds United podcast.
I could just feel the tension in the crowd. Do you notice that on the field?
I do, yeah, because I was only in the crowd last year, and I've been a Leeds fan my whole life, so I know what the crowd are feeling when I'm on the pitch.
This is the official Leeds United podcast.
How at 17 is that fearlessness of youth, or are you just that comfortable on the ball?
Well, to be fair, when he started running at me, when they started running from the counter attack, I was like, right, okay. I always knew the ball was going to go there because I saw him running behind me. I know he's quick. So I was kind of trying to get over to that side a little bit. And then when he was running at me, I was just thinking in my head, I was like, what would I do? I was like, in my head, I thought I'd put it onto my left, try to chop back on my right, and that's exactly what he did because I knew he was right-footed. So I was like, all right, okay. But that's what I would have done.
So it's almost like you're anticipating the next move.
Yeah.
Like on match day, you before the game, you don't even have all the rest of the lads around you to sort of stay grounded. Like how do you mentally cope with it at the minute? It's just 17.
To be honest with you, because my family's done better things than I've done now. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got so much to do before I, can get on my dad's level, get on my granddad's level. My granddad won a Champions League, a European Cup as it was back then. Like
yeah.
You just look at that and you think, I've got so much to do before you get to.
I tell you what, I've had a few nights out with Andy, your dad.
Yeah,
just a couple back in the day. I won't talk too much on here about it. I'll keep that behind. Keep that quiet.
All Leeds, aren't we? The official Leeds United podcast.
People always say, right now we've got the best fan base in the Championship, and I think we do. You go to away games and nothing's like Elland Road. Nothing's like Elland Road, and the away fans are just. Yeah, they're just amazing.
It's basically, I think it's every club's biggest game. I really do. That's why they seem up for it. When you look at the game, with some of the games away where we haven't got the quite results, they've come with this. The way they've set up, they're almost like, we'll take a draw.
I can just feel the tension in the crowd. Do you notice that on the field?
I do, yeah, because I was only in the crowd last year, and I've been a Leeds fan my whole life, so I know what the crowd are feeling when I'm on the pitch.
I have no doubt that there was lots and lots of clubs that were sniffing around. I mean, how happy are you to have signed this deal with Leeds?
Yeah, well, I'm a Leeds fan, so there's nowhere else I want to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't thinking about anywhere else. It's I just want to play here and enjoy my time here and try and help get back to where we belong.
Win the Champions League. Yes, that was the goal.
Yeah, that might take a long time, but
next year,
you never know.
We got plenty of time. We got all the time in the world. You're 17. Don't worry about it.
This is the official Leeds United podcast.
Yeah, no pressure there from Matt to Archie. Yeah, Champions League would be nice. Give the guy a chance. He's just come into the team. He's great, Archie, though, isn't he?
I would love the way he speaks. Like Archie, I know he's.
Pursue ambitious attempt, and then some.
Yes, and here just good closing down again. Similar to the first 45, we're just getting hassled out of things.
Archie Gray puts it over the top towards the edge of the area. Faes comes across ahead of Georginio. Leeds throw in mid-position between the corner flag and the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Gray comes forward to take it. In it goes to Georginio. Quickly closed down again, sandwiched in between blue shirts, and the ball flies up in the air and goes out for what the referee deems to be a goal kick.
So many players around. Georginio hasn't quite produce the number of moments of magic that he normally does. Opposition he's playing against clearly a lot better than the average Championship side. So this is a really good test for everyone. But at the moment, Leicester certainly playing very well.
Leicester on course to be the best ever Championship side. They could easily surpass the record points haul, 78 on the board already, and they're attacking now ahead in this game with bodies over on the left side. Mavididi to the edge of the Leeds penalty area, a little step over, plays it inside, gets the return ball on the edge, goes for the shot. Great block, Ampadu. Leicester played some good stuff on the edge of the Leeds area then, and it opened up for Mavididi briefly before Ampadu got in to thwart his efforts with a shot on goal.
Mavididi Talked about him before, didn't we? Being a danger man. Loves to come inside. Either cross, shoot, does a bit of everything, and certainly is a danger there, winning a corner kick.
And Leeds are distraught with the corner decision. Gnonto feeling that the last touch was off Mavididi. Craig Pawson did take a moment before awarding the corner. So Leeds have to defend at the start of this second half. Didn't defend particularly well from the corner in the first half. Faes is on the edge of the box at the back of a queue of Leicester blue shirts around the penalty spot. Swung in now, heads go up, and it actually hit the back of the heel of Faes there. Gnonto just clears it away. Picked up comfortably by Pereira. And Winks rolls away from Piroe. Plays out to the left, poor ball from Winks, given away, straight to Kamara. Georginio rides the foul challenge on the halfway line. Still coming forward, Georginio tucks it into Summerville, just ahead of Summerville. He gets there anyway. Summerville's in the penalty area, plays it back, Georginio on the edge to shoot! And it's over the top. Georginio couldn't keep his shot down to force a save at least. And it goes behind for a goal kick.
It's a lot better play, really well played by Georginio. Winks was just giving a talking to from the referee. Thought he might have shown a card, but excellent play here. He carries on, and the run from Summerville to the right-hand side. The ball is a good one. When it comes back to Georginio, just couldn't quite keep it down, keep his composure to stick it in the back of the net.
Ampadu, brilliant defending from Ethan Ampadu. Read the run of Dewsbury-Hall, got across in front of him and timed his challenge impeccably. Leeds have it with Kamara. Start of the second half, much in keeping with what we saw in the first 45 minutes. Meslier, long clearance up in the air. Faes gets there ahead of Piroe. Drops for Ampadu. Looks forwards, Ethan Ampadu. Still going. Oh, it's played at Faes. Firpo does well to come in and defend to ensure that nothing untoward happens there. Gets in ahead of Daka. Now Gruev from a central defensive position. Gives it to Rodon. Gives it back to Gruev. Players had made the run there, waiting for the ball over the top. It didn't come. Rodon rolls it onto Summerville. Summerville out wide to Gray, super tight again to that far touchline. Archie Gray tries the footwork, loses the ball, comes back to try and get it off Dewsbury-Hall, but Dewsbury-Hall gets it to Mavididi instead. Mavididi running, looking for space, goes back to Vestergaard. And Vestergaard may, in the search for space, go back to the goalkeeper, who then plays it out to Faes, who's closed down by Gnonto. Works it round Gnonto. Pereira works it past Ampadu. Fatawu heading back towards his own penalty area, and then turns the other way, and then Leeds win it back with Kamara and Georginio, and then the tussle is on with Pereira. Yellow carded, remember, in the first half. Leeds emerge with the ball, but strong argument for a free kick there. Leeds carry on in the meantime with Gruev down the right, back to the halfway line to Rodon. Now Ampadu over the top. Faes clears the header into Winks. Ampadu misses his challenge, caught his man. Leicester come anyway with Pereira. Pereira's right through the middle. Has Dewsbury-Hall to his left, who has Mavididi further wide. Edge of the box now. Mavididi holds the ball up, gives it back to Winks. Daka remains down on the floor in the Leicester half. Game goes on with Leicester down to 10, and Vestergaard just whacks it into the east stand so that treatment can be given. And now a yellow card given to Ethan Ampadu. So that's Rodon and Ampadu, both yellow carded.
Well, the challenge on Daka, no doubt it was late, but it wasn't that bad. Daka's really made the most of that. Just caught him on the instep, but I think he'll be up and okay, but he's still down, taking their time. This could happen a lot in this second half, couldn't it now? Leicester one up, using every moment of the game to interrupt the tempo and the pace of it.
Yeah, they know that every time Leeds get forward, that noise will go up from the fans behind the goal that Hermansen stands in front of. And their aim will be to take as much of the momentum out of that Leeds player as possible. Daka is rolled to his feet now. And as Tony predicted, Dr. Tony, Daka is able to...
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
is able to walk towards this near side touchline.
I think he's going to live, you know.
He'll be okay.
He'll be fine.
He's going to be okay. The good news is he will be okay.
But compared to Daka and the others out there, I mean, they're working extremely hard, you know, up top to stop us getting those spaces. Normally, you know, we used to Rodon and Ampadu having time and space and running forward. No problems at all. We just can't get going because the closing down is at such a tempo.
Hermansen clears up from the back, all the way deep into the Leeds half, where Meslier comes out the penalty area and gives it to Rodon, who immediately gets things going with a short ball to Ampadu. Now Firpo on the halfway line, poor touch, Fatau's robbed him. Fatau moving up to the penalty area, into the penalty area. Firpo slips, Ampadu has to make the block, and then Kamara gets it away, and then the ball into midfield. Summerville can't quite get there. Crazy scenes. The ball hits the referee, the game will stop, and I think Leicester will be given the uncontested drop here. They are. Winks takes it and gives it to Justin. Out wide to Mavididi. All sorts to reflect on there, but we just don't have the time because the game is immediately back up, and it's Mavididi on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Plays the ball into the middle, just over the head of Pereira, right in the middle of goal. And he was stretching, but not the tallest, and he couldn't get to it.
Thank goodness for that. Good play, wasn't it, for Mavididi? He's been a problem certainly all night. The chip and run is superb, but just inches too high.
Leeds with Gruev. Goes back across to Ampadu. Ampadu infield to Gruev again. Edge of the centre circle. Square ball to Rodon. On it goes Piroe. Rides the challenge of Vestergaard. Cleared straight back to Piroe on his chest, moving forward, trying to play it through a gap. Vestergaard again stretches a leg out, makes an important block, and now Leicester attempt to counter-attack. Daka in the centre circle, Leeds throwing bodies at it. Leicester work it away from those bodies, and it comes back to Hermansen. Listen to the roar from the supporters, appreciating the effort. Leeds chase again. Faes, now Choudhury. Now Pereira. A little bit of pocket of space and time for him to Winks in the centre circle. Harry Winks to Dewsbury-Hall, to Choudhury. Pushed on for Pereira. Rodon gives it back, and it's through the middle for Dewsbury-Hall. He slips, but he gets it to Daka, who goes to Mavididi, who's in the penalty area looking towards goal. Mavididi shoots! What a save from Meslier. Fantastic stop from the Leeds keeper. Definite goal saver.
Brilliant stop, absolutely brilliant. Mavididi again gets the ball, drops the shoulder. You know he's going to come inside, and this time he does. Try and find that bottom corner. It was certainly going in. And Meslier, that is a tremendous save. Can't afford to go 2-0 down.
Leicester corner. Leeds opened up there. Temptation, I guess, is to go gung-ho. But Leicester are the team that could easily punish you if that's the strategy. They have this corner kick. Curled in, nice shape. But then the header off Justin goes behind, and it's given us another corner. And Meslier distraught, Leeds defenders distraught, and I'm distraught.
Well, it did look like it came off Justin, who was just going backwards, got his head to it, whether it skimmed off a Leeds player. Clearly that's what Craig Pawson thinks.
So Leicester have the chance to put one in that Leeds box again here. Fast waiting on the edge of the area. Whipped in near post across the middle, important clearance as far as Mavididi on the edge of the box. Back it goes to Winks. Gnonto charges out. Ball is on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Ampadu needs to clear, does clear, goes long. Gnonto sent on a run, drops over his shoulder. Unfortunately, Pereira's going to get there just ahead of him. And then lovely play from Pereira. Just lifted the ball over Gnonto, pushing perfectly into the path of Justin for Leicester to move forward again into the Leeds half. Justin plays it in for Mavididi. That's a fine ball off the outstep as well. Mavididi on the byline. Gray read it, put his foot across, got it behind. It's another Leicester corner.
Well, we're certainly trying to close down and play with tempo, but Leicester just a few moments there, passing through us, getting on the ball, a little bit of time and space, and when you give them time and space, you've got a problem, because the ball's then into Mavididi and the likes of Daka. Always going to be a problem.
Leeds defending again, under pressure here in this period of the second half. Ball goes swinging out, and then it hits the post. It's still in there, and it goes in. The flag is raised, and the goal is disallowed. And that will be a free kick. And the Leicester players thought that they'd notched, and the assistant near side thought otherwise.
Wow, what a header from Vestergaard. Just rattled the frame of the goal. And the corner comes in. Big Dane gets a really good header. Not quite sure what it was, coming back from an offside position.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's what the call was. But Leicester come again. Meslier slipped as he was coming out for that one. And then Ampadu is fouled as he runs across in front of Dewsbury-Hall. And Leeds, well, Leeds are seeing what Leicester are about here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe didn't see it in the first meeting. But Leicester, that phenomenal points total that they've accrued thus far. We're seeing tonight how they've given away by Ampadu to Dewsbury-Hall. Plays it for Mavididi on the far side of the penalty area. Into the penalty area. Meslier saves again. Easier save this time. But that's Leeds' own doing. And they're a little flustered out there at the moment, the players in white. And Leicester are pouring forward.
Absolutely. Need to clear the fog that is in the heads of our boys, because we're getting certainly beaten here in the respect of can't get the ball through midfield, can't really have any sort of time and space, and when Leicester do get the ball, they're popping it around and they're making chances in the second half that fortunately as yet they haven't taken.
Well, Leeds have not been able to really do anything of note in that Leicester penalty area in this second period, and at the moment all on to keep them out at the other end. Summerville closed down again by Choudhury. Gruev, again, not the best ball to Ampadu. It's all a little stretched, it's all a little untidy. Gruev, short ball, comes across the back to Ampadu. Fans are doing their bit now. Listen to the noise levels go up. Gruev steps forward, short to Summerville. On to Firpo. Again, another example. It's all just a little overplayed there. And it's clumped off Firpo into the shins of Summerville and out for a throw-in.
Just everything's getting a bit rushed. And I think it's that there header from Choudhury, and the player comes
into the final half hour of this game now. Leeds still trail by a goal to nil, but could have been worse. In the second half, at least, Leeds chances in the first half, but nothing of note created in this second period yet.
Someone has to come and drop deep to make an extra option in that midfield area, because we just can't get it through. We can't get it in to anyone. Closing down. Look how many Leicester players are around the ball.
Ampadu from Meslier strides forward, wants to get things going for Leeds here. This ball's key. Summerville can't control, and Leeds commit a number of players in, which means that they're a little undermanned as Dewsbury-Hall turns and looks forward and plays the ball inside Gray, and Mavididi streaks into the penalty area, and Mavididi's put it wide. Well, he was clean through there, and you were waiting for the net to ripple, and it ended up hitting the hoardings behind the goal.
Well, I've got to say, I am delighted that we're only one behind here, because Coady being 2 or 3, it's really good play, good run and ball. Mavididi had a few sighters, gets his body in the way. Fortunately, not enough composure to tuck it home.
Gnonto trying to play it to Georginio, cleared loose to Firpo. Leeds in that Leicester half. Rare attempt at an attack here from Leeds United in this second period. They're all up, every white shirt in that Leicester half. Summerville again forced away by the tracking and the pressing from Choudhury, and Leeds are back in their own half now.
Oh, it's been superb from Choudhury, I've got to say. He's marked Summerville out the game at the moment, and we haven't been good enough to get on the ball and get him with the ball in the right areas. He's always having to come back to these sorts of areas.
changes afoot for Leeds. Bamford and James both ready to come on. Summerville wriggles one way then the other. Through the middle, but again, Vestergaard just read it and got in. Well, Gruev timed his intervention well, had to as well, otherwise he was in trouble. But Leicester get the ball back. Played down the line for Dewsbury-Hall, but it's going out to play before it arrives in front of him. So it'll be Bamford and James to join the action any second now.
Yeah, something has to change, absolutely. And if we're always trying to play it through midfield and find people at the feet, well, that doesn't really work. So Bamford will be that physical number 9 up top to run to those channels and offer a different option.
Patrick Bamford declared fit in the build-up to the game. Wasn't a definitive decision. He comes on to replace Joel Piroe, and Dan James has come on to replace Gnonto. So a little more Premier League nous perhaps on there for Leeds United now. James gets his first touch over on that far side, lets it run off for Gray. Now Bamford gets his first touch. Georginio, not the ball that was required. And Daniel Farke just says, calm.
We are playing rushed. Our composure has really left us, and that's one thing that we've been really strong on.
Well, one of the aims for Leeds is stay in the game, isn't it? You know, give yourself something for the final stages at least. It's still 1-0. 65 minutes gone. Ampadu goes up but can't get there. Firpo's behind him, wins the throw-in for Leeds United, down by the corner flag. Leeds 0, Leicester 1. Ampadu with a throw-in for Leeds. Near side touchline. Down the line it goes. Over the head, though, of Georginio. Leicester in the Leeds half. Pereira. And then there's a foul on Kamara, which the referee Pawson spots amidst all the bodies. And Leeds take a short, quick free kick and give it to Gruev. Pinged out wide to Dan James. Does well. Comes in inside his man on the run to Georginio. Georginio out. Now Summerville. Summerville on his right foot. Oh, it's hit the back of the defender, Faes. Tried to curl it, trademark. Cleared away as far as Kamara. Now Summerville. Best moments of the game for second half for Leeds. And now Summerville's in again. Summerville again. Faes makes another excellent stop. Gets across in front of Summerville, ready to shoot. And the defender gets the ball away. Leeds looking to win it. Winks does well under pressure from James. Lovely control. Moved it over the head of the Welsh international. And now Leicester it is, who go down the left side. But then there's a slip from Mavididi. Now there, the noise will go up because that's much better from Leeds.
No, it certainly is. A couple of great moments there. As we're getting at this Leicester defence finally.
Here's Georginio. Georginio still going. Georginio played it to Summerville. Summerville controls. Gives it back behind Bamford. Bamford skips forward now. Can he shoot? Yes, he can. But it goes straight into the chest and the hands of the goalkeeper.
Come on, just find that pass. Now we're finding chances. The changes certainly have had an immediate effect. That just, once again, so many blue shirts can't quite find a way through. And we can. The keeper's in the way.
Hermansen out to the edge of the Leicester penalty area to Faes. Plays it into Winks, just goes back to the goalkeeper. Hermansen, who's had his moments under pressure earlier in this season, that playing out from the back, but did well there. Choudhury up the line, Leeds throw in. Referee's assistant gives it Leeds way, much to the annoyance of Enzo Maresca. And now there's noise. Those couple of chances, those good moments for Leeds have ignited the passions of the crowd here again. Gray wide to James, first time layoff for Kamara. Kamara turns and finds space. Now Ampadu. Ampadu has Firpo to his left if he wants, but he comes inside instead to Gruev. Again, all those white shirts up in that Leicester half. Now Ampadu's one of them. Wide to Firpo. Retreats a little, gives it back to Ampadu. A little bit of the momentum goes out, so Leeds have to try and build it again from the centre circle with Rodon. Dropped it short of James, though. And Justin's cute. He just stepped over the ball, let it run out for a throw-in on that far side.
I must admit, Rodon's really struggled, hasn't he, tonight with his passing. Just he's getting pressurised all the time and trying to force things which just aren't coming off.
So, throw into Leicester. Hit straight in the face of James, but Bamford, as it came towards him, was in an offside position. So the flag is raised over on that far side for a Leicester free kick. And we have 22 minutes of this game remaining. Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1. Leeds unbeaten at home so far this season. 6 home games to go after this, just 6 home games. As the ball goes back to Hermansen. Takes his time, why wouldn't he? Leicester keeper. Now goes long, straight through the middle. Should sail all the way through, does to Meslier. Just chucks it into the path of Ampadu to get things going again quickly. Ampadu to Gruev. Bamford started a run, but Gruev's gone instead diagonal to Kamara. Now Firpo under pressure goes back to Ampadu. May yet go back to Meslier. No, he's tucked in inside to Gruev. Now he's got a bit of space. Had closed down Firpo. Ball flicks off the heels there of Fatawu. Georginio concedes a free kick with a foul on Dewsbury-Hall on the edge of the centre circle.
I've got to say, Leicester closing the down spaces extremely well. So organised and structured, but got to add hard work to that as well.
Foul by Summerville in the centre circle this time. Helps Pereira to his feet. And Leicester will have a free kick just inside the Leeds half. Choudhury from Winks. On to Dewsbury-Hall. Wide it goes to Mavididi. Back to the halfway line to Justin. Justin comes back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard's caught by Bamford, but recovers the situation quickly and gets back across in front of the Leeds number 9. And Leicester managed to direct it into the penalty area where Hermansen waits.
So close, so close. Bamford good closing down. Just again, just a little slippy out there.
Gruev with a header. Then Justin. And then Gray, and Mavididi's offside, so Leeds have a free kick. Taken quickly, inevitably. Gruev. Gruev short ball to Kamara in the centre circle. Back it goes to Rodon. Square to Gruev, further wide to Ampadu. Summerville, back to Ampadu again. Back to Gruev. And then Rodon controls, delivers wide to James more successfully. Bamford isn't going to get to that one ahead of Vestergaard, but he just knocked it out of play for a throw-in. And just Bamford giving Vestergaard something slightly different to deal with here now.
Yeah, he certainly is, just that extra bit of physicality.
Change to be made by Leeds shortly. Connor Roberts is going to join the action. Gruev looks forward, still going. Oh, got the pass wrong. Rodon's not going to get there. Pereira does. Pereira sets himself up for the run towards the goal, and it's played into the middle, and it's tucked well wide by Daka. And Leicester have given up another gilt-edged opportunity to perhaps win this game. Daka so well wide from a position right in front of goal.
Incredible. I don't quite believe what I'm seeing, because they have played so well, but just up to the last moment, the finish, stick it in the back of the net. Could have had 3 or 4. Somehow we are still in this game.
Interesting switch from Leeds. Connor Roberts has come on for Junior Firpo, so Roberts will go and play at right back, and Archie Gray has been sent over to play at left back.
Wow.
I'm sure Junior Firpo was entirely happy with the substitution decision there. Wants to play his part in this big game. His evening is over. For Leeds, hopefully not, as Ampadu comes forward here. Short ball to Kamara. Now Gruev. Now Rodon. Dan James, desperate to get on it. Does get on it wide side, but he's forced back by Mavididi to Rodon. So Leeds do keep possession, but don't make any progress forward. Try down the other side this time. The left, and Summerville. He's forced back by Choudhury once more. And Crescencio Summerville has not been given a moment here in those situations without Choudhury being right on his back.
Hasn't been able to breathe, has he? It's been really good defending, good organisation from Leicester. But can they keep it this sort of tempo for the full 90 minutes? Let's hope not, but at the moment, really are closing down well.
Great. Header back to Ampadu, just keeps the ball in play down below on the halfway line to Kamara. Back to Ampadu, rather. And then Gruev. Motion forward that goes square to Rodon instead. He comes across to this near side to Ampadu. Into the centre circle to Gruev. Little up of pace, and then he drops it again. He goes back to Rodon. There's just not a gap, is there?
No.
The Leeds players look forward. Georginio jogging this way and that. He gets on the ball now. Need to wave that magic wand. Gives it to Summerville. Summerville infield to Kamara. Gives it back to Summerville. Again, Leeds push back though. Back on the halfway line once more. Ampadu goes forward to Georginio. Touches heavy. Fatau robs him. Fatau skips away from Kamara. Leicester throwing play. Oh, Kamara's going to be yellow carded for a little shove in the back of Fatau there. As Fatau's threatening to make a run through the middle for Leicester City.
Just got to be careful we don't get too frustrated. Still 15 minutes to go. We're just finding it so difficult out there. Things normally just come together. There's options for players on the ball. Tonight, not so many options at all.
Still think, stick in the game, see what happens. Choudhury almost under hit, but Hermansen gets there ahead of Bamford. Over the top, Ampadu looks to left and right, realises there's nobody close to him, so he just nods it back into the hands of Meslier. He rolls it underarm to Rodon. To Connor Roberts. Almost his first touch, isn't it, over there? Goes back to Rodon, goes back to Meslier. He goes long. Variety, I suppose. Bamford chests it down. Georginio couldn't get the ball off Winks, who was strong in the challenge. Vestergaard on the halfway line. Leicester are playing like a side that's very much got used to winning. Rodon. Across the back to Gray. Leeds form obviously recently has been better, but this is a high-quality Leicester side. Look through the squad, it still looks like a Premier League squad. And we're seeing why this evening. Out in Bamford, on to Georginio. Wide it goes right side to Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts couldn't quite get it onto Dan James. He comes in to try and win a second ball. Leeds end up with a throw-in. It's level with the edge of the Leicester penalty area, over on that right-hand side. James and Connor Roberts. Two changes to be made by Leicester here now. McAteer and Cannon both coming on. Referee makes a big gesture that he's stopping the watch here.
Mavididi should be going off on the other side.
And instead the referee's walking with him towards the near side touchline. I mean, it is a long walk if you're going across either the east stand or the Kop, but Mavididi's taken the shorter route diagonally across the pitch. So he is to be substituted. Leeds have reason, I think, to be encouraged by that, I would suggest. Daka off as well.
Well, both Mavididi and Daka played extremely well. Always a danger. Mavididi, of course, had plenty of opportunities. Daka had one or two himself, but the centre forward worked ever so hard to stop us coming out from the back. Did a good job.
No Vardy for Leicester tonight, not even on the bench, so Cannon will go up front for them, the former Everton player. And McAteer, name familiar, son of Jason, goes over on that left side. Leeds looking towards the clock now, 12 to go, still that goal in it. Will Leicester be weakened by those changes? Time will tell, but not much time in which to tell. James closed down, gives the ball away. Leicester can counter-attack. Plenty of blue shirts moving forward now. Dewsbury-Hall helps it out wide to McAteer down the left, gives it back to Dewsbury-Hall, then Winks. Leicester happy just to keep possession, even if it means going back into their own half, and if it means going back to the goalkeeper. Positioned well out the penalty area. Hermansen over the top. That's not going to cause Leeds any problems. Meslier rolls it out quickly to Ampadu. Now Rodon. Now Connor Roberts. Back it goes to Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu. Looks forward. Carries it forward. Still going forward. Ampadu on his way here. Goes square to Connor Roberts. Out wide right side to Dan James. James trying to attack the penalty area. Can't get his cross in. It's headed away and headed out for a Leeds United throw-in by Dewsbury-Hall, midway inside the Leicester half.
Good play from committing bodies, getting him behind them. That's what he's having to do. Produce a bit of play here to try and get at Leicester.
Now Roberts, midway in that Leicester half. Infield to Kamara, gives it to Georginio. Georginio goes past Vestergaard into the penalty area. Georginio still going. Tries to cut the ball back into the middle, and it's driven in by Connor Roberts! What a time to get your first goal for Leeds! Roberts drives it low and hard into the far corner of the net. A huge goal on Elland Road. Well, you know what's just happened at Elland Road. It's Leeds United 1, Leicester City 1.
Absolutely fantastic. And who is the instigator? Yes, it's that man again, Georginio. Fantastic. What a run. This time he does get the better of Vestergaard. Drives into the box. And then when it comes out, a fortunate little touch from Vestergaard. Puts it into the path of Connor Roberts, and can you hit it low and find the target? He could, and we're back on level terms.
Free kick Leeds. Ampadu dragged down. Now you're going to hear the noise. Bring the noise. Ampadu over the top. Bamford can't get there. Vestergaard controls, clears forward. Gruev, great challenge. Kamara, another great challenge. Fans like that. Ball out for a Leeds throw in. Midway inside the Leicester half.
The noise!
Hello.
The noise!
Georginio tries to roll away from Vestergaard. Oh, it's given away. Comes for James. He's given it away. What a shame. Right on the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Faes gets it out of trouble. Ampadu covers. Meslier. No place like this when there's noise like this.
Just incredible. It really is incredible. We've stuck at it, you're right. We've kept ourselves in the game, and eventually we've got a reward.
Still more football in this one, though. You can be certain of that. 9 to go. Jorginho again dragged to the ground. Free kick Leeds. Jorginho's starting to do his thing here. Connor Roberts in a hurry to get the free kick for Leeds. Pushes an opponent off the ball as he tried to take it away to time waste. Jorginho back to his feet. Taken quickly. Short free kick. Goes out wide to James. Cuts it back. Oh, he was looking for Roberts again. He slips. Leeds go to win it back. They do win it back. Jorginho and Roberts. Jorginho's in the penalty area. Skids. Tees it up for Archie Gray. Gray into on his left foot. Shot! Yeah! Ah! It's gone in! Deflected in! Archie Gray has put Leeds in front here. Oh, these are scenes. Incredible scenes. Leeds were down. Now Leeds are up. Leeds United 2, Leicester City 1. Archie Gray is the man.
The place has gone nuts. Absolutely fantastic. And Archie Gray, he's played midfield, right back, left back, stick him anywhere. And what a job he is doing. I'm delighted for the young man as well, because he gets it onto his left foot. And this time, just swing. Who knows what can happen? Buy a ticket, take a chance. It's exactly what he's done. Good work again, wasn't it, from Georginio. It comes across. We know he's right-footed, but no, I'll swing that left. Good strike, and we get our bit of luck. And it sneaks into that near post. Brilliant, Archie. Well done.
Via 2 deflections at least.
I don't care. I really don't care. It was on target. I'm giving it to Archie.
Wonderful to see the name Gray as a Leeds United goal scorer. An incredible dynasty. And an Archie Gray goal continues that dynasty. And now.
Bryn, and breathe, and calm.
I don't think there's going to be much breathing for the next 6.5 minutes.
You're quite right, but that's exactly what's required now. Cool, calm heads. Everyone else may be losing theirs, but let's make sure those boys out there now just keep trying to do the right thing. We know Leicester are going to come straight back at us, and that's why these challenges now are really important.
Well, at least the Ampadu feels aggrieved there in the extreme that a free kick's been awarded for what looked like a perfectly chimed intervention. He got across in front of his man, played it out for a throw, and we thought, but linesman near side immediately flagged. Now Leicester have a position, a really good position for this free kick, and they've lined everybody up at the far post. Incredible scenes here inside Elland Road at the moment, but this is a big moment as well.
The South Stand are going absolutely crazy.
But Leeds have got to defend in front of that South Stand. Meslier offers instruction. Referee orders a pause. The ball on this near side, just out, 8 yards outside the penalty area. Whole line of players waiting in the middle. Much jockeying. And it's whipped. And it's headed away by Rodon. Going goalwards. And then Leeds can clear. And maybe better. Could they counter-attack? Georginio, they pour forward. Oh, no, he's lost the ball. And now Connor Roberts, he slides in instead. And he's just got good distance on that. And James is off after Berners on. And then he's just leaned into the back of the... Oh, there's a reaction. It's all going off here. Loving it.
What about that pace from James? And this time it was a foul, no doubt, but the referee is in amongst it all. Look at the Leicester players around there. What is going on?
36,954 here. And all those who haven't travelled from Leicester are having a good time just at the moment. Seems like you wouldn't believe. Leeds United trying to put pressure on as Leicester have the ball. I mean, this is just unbelievable stuff.
What a noise!
Unbelievable stuff in the stadium. Harry Winks in the midst of it. A game goes on. Winks out wide left side. Leeds appeal. Roberts slides into the challenge. He's going to be yellow carded. That was a little bit reckless from Connor Roberts, and Leeds have conceded another free kick in a dangerous position.
It's actually unfortunate there because the touch was heavy, and I thought, oh, he's going to get there in time. But just caught the man. And McAteer goes down. And another free kick that we have to defend against.
This time from the other side of the penalty area. Dewsbury-Hall, the man over the ball. Summerville stands on the edge of the penalty area. The loudest chorus of marching on together you've ever heard goes up. Dewsbury-Hall ready to put the ball in when he gets the signal from a referee who positions Summerville behind the sprayed line. Now that signal is given. Dewsbury-Hall takes a moment. Still the referee not happy. Now he's given the signal. Dewsbury-Hall whips it in, heads go up goalwards over the crossbar. Big appeal of Faes, I think, saying that he should have had something. Ampadu ends up on the deck. The ball ends up in the fans behind the goal. Leeds have a goal kick.
And here we see the goal again. Archie just takes it onto his left foot and just strikes toward goal. You're right, it's a couple of ricochets. Choudhury and Faes. Keeper bamboozled. I don't care. It's in the back of the net.
Look at that face of Archie Gray at the end of all that. Oh, Meslier booked for time wasting. Goodness me. How many cards is that the referee's shown now? A flurry of them. Liam Cooper is being called towards the bench. No, is he? No, Anthony, Jaden Anthony. Liam Cooper trying to confirm whether it was him. It's Anthony. Meslier takes the goal kick. 89th minute. Bamford flicks on beyond Georginio into the hands of Hermansen. I think there's going to be a fair bit of time added on. Oh, given away through them. Oh, Kamara slipped as he was trying to get in ahead of Choudhury there, but then Leicester concede it and give it to Connor Roberts. Oh, the players are all falling over. Look at the space ahead of Kamara. Kamara, though, has to check back as he's closed down by Pereira. Now Rodon. Now Ampadu. He'll go back to Meslier, and he's got every reason and right to do so. Meslier will go long into that Leicester half. Bamford, good header to Georginio. One for Summerville to chase. Out to this left-hand side. Summerville holds it up. Waits on the edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball across the middle. Oh, Bamford was waiting. Headed away, Gruev. Good header down to Gray. Gives it back. Now played into Summerville, who's in the penalty area. Summerville tucks inside. Oh, and it's bobbled, and it's still alive. Roberts drives the shot, and it comes off the defender, and it's cleared away. And Leicester try and get the ball out. Georginio's battling away with Dewsbury-Hall. Brings him down. Leicester free kick. Crazy stuff.
Oh, my goodness. What a great effort. Summerville finally gets the ball in that box. Pulls out a really good run and comes back to Connor Roberts yet again. Goal-scoring fullbacks galore tonight.
Jaden Anthony is about to join the action, and he's going to replace Crescencio Summerville, who's worked hard, tirelessly. It's been difficult. He's been up against good players, but he gets huge applause as he heads to the touchline.
Just trying to get away from Choudhury has been almost impossible.
It's almost a wonder Choudhury doesn't come with him, isn't it?
Absolutely, like stuck together. Really was impressive defending, but...
Oh, 5 added minutes, people. Strap yourselves in.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. Leicester in the Leeds half. Winks plays it to Faes on the halfway line. Goes back to Choudhury. Short ball to Winks, back to Choudhury. Blocked well by Kamara. Can he keep the ball? Yes, he can. Gives it to Anthony. Oh, played behind Bamford. Just needed a cool head in there. Leeds concede and have to defend because Leicester are pouring forward. Ball out to Fatau, who is way overhit. And you'll hear the cheer. It's like a goal's been scored as the ball rolls beyond Meslier and out for a goal kick.
Could have been in down this left-hand side again, couldn't we? Because Archie Gray made an excellent run, but we give it away. And fortunately for us, Dewsbury-Hall, who's been really good in possession, that time he wasn't.
4 to go. Meslier to take the goal kick. On it goes, over the halfway line, it drops. Ampadu does well. Gruev picks up the second ball. And now it's James. He's in the penalty area, cuts it back into the middle. Georginio slips. And Anthony couldn't get on the end of it. Leeds battling for the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Gray has just dragged down Fatau there.
That's a good free kick to
give
away,
It's a very good free kick to give away.
Absolutely, because tricky Fatau, twisted one way and the other. He was setting off on a run, no doubt, but Archie just put him down, rightly so.
3 to go. Oh, Vestergaard, heavy touch. Georginio's onto it. Georginio coming forward. Georginio still going. Oh, he's thrown it down right on the edge of the penalty area. Georginio wins Leeds a free kick. It's in the D. He was inches away from that being a penalty. Another fantastic slaloming run.
Brilliant. Brilliant. What is Vestergaard complaining about? Because he gets beaten, all ends up, makes a challenge, doesn't get the ball, gets a piece of Georginio. It's a foul all day long. But you're right, well outside.
So free kick to Leeds, right in the middle, in the D. And we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining at Elland Road. And Leeds United, well, what do? Go for the corners.
Oh, for goodness sake. Everyone out there, please try and breathe, because this game is just incredible. What a tempo.
Leicester will feel, of course, that they think it should have been put to bed, but we stuck at it, we hung in there. Sheer determination, and I've got to say, the 12th man, the crowd, has played an exceptional part to get us to this point.
Well, Dan James is going to take this free kick. And Dan James, well, he could settle the nerves here, couldn't he, Dan James? Short run up for James. Plays the ball in. Oh, yes! Yes! Dan James ensures that Leeds United have won this game. Free kick flies in off the keeper. Leeds, oh, what a comeback. What a night. Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1.
Absolutely amazing, incredible. Dan James with a free kick that just hit the target, just try and make the keeper make a save, and it's a deflection again. Who does it come off this time? Is that Bamford?
Bamford's claiming it.
It's Bamford.
Bamford's claiming it.
Gets a knee on it, and the deflection takes it past the keeper. Bryn, all I'm saying is, what did I say the score was going to be?
You did say 3-1.
Exactly. I must admit, I wasn't believing it myself at one point, but I tell you what, come on.
Well, there you go. Leeds are falling apart again. This is fun, isn't it? Just seconds remaining in this game. Oh, Patrick Bamford. How do you like that? Brilliant. Bamford slides in, wins the ball off Choudhury, gets fouled, Leeds get a free kick, and another huge roar goes up from an Elland Road crowd that is an absolute raptures.
Absolutely, just sheer work rate, great tracking back. All of a sudden, the composure that Leicester had for most of the game has disappeared.
Ampadu just puts it up. Choudhury clears it only as far as Gruev. Jaden Anthony to Patrick Bamford. Foul, free kick Leeds.
Silly.
And it's a late, frustrated foul on Anthony, who sits and smiles at those in the West Stand. And they cheer back in response, because that will do it. That will see Leeds home. No question now.
Time is up in the 6th minute.
I mean, there's been some brilliant nights here. But
it's incredible.
The scenes here are as good as anything you've ever seen inside this stadium.
You're absolutely right. You know, and sometimes you get parts of the ground going crazy. Everyone is going absolutely nuts.
This just doesn't happen anywhere else. It's just superb. Leicester come away with the ball. That's it! What a win for Leeds United. 9 straight victories in the Championship. And this is the biggest of the lot, because this means the gap to Leicester has closed to just 6 points. And Leeds are chasing the leaders down now. What a win this has been. Leeds were behind, and then a devastating finish. And Leeds United end up winners by 3-1 here, amid celebrations like we've rarely seen inside this famous old stadium. A wonderful evening that's finished with a fantastic result. It's ended Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1.
And I got to say, it's hard to believe that that was going to be the scoreline at half-time. Leicester really were showing their class, really were showing their ability. We were finding it very difficult to get the ball through the thirds of the pitch, but we stuck at it, we stuck in there. And you have to take your chances. We know all about that as well. A lot of the times we haven't been doing that. Leicester didn't take theirs, and that gave us the opportunity to stay in the game. And then you've got to commend the manager, Daniel Farke. The changes that he made had a huge difference on the game. Roberts come on and scored. Bamford come on and was brilliant. Dan James absolutely flying. Changes at the right time, got us back in the game. We get our goal, and after that, the 12th man saw us home. Brilliant. 3-1. Wow, Bryn. Wow, wow, wow. I need to lie down, mate.
Might have a couple of beers first, mine. Or maybe lie down and have a couple of beers. I don't know, whatever. It's been wonderful. It's been just wonderful. What a second half this has been from Leeds United. 2024 is turning into some year. Leeds have won every single championship match in the new year so far. That run extended here against the team who've been the runaway leaders throughout the campaign. And now the dancing begins down below. And I most certainly do predict a riot. Leeds City Centre tonight, Friday night, would be a good place to be. Absolutely bouncing. What a game, what a win. Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1. Good night.
Dear Britain, the heat is on. It's not warmth filling our homes, it's worry. But we have a burning desire for change, where we can cut our energy bills without cutting back on anything else. So the heat may be on, but keep a cool head. Warmest regards, Boxed.
Cut your energy bills by up to £65 a month with an A-rated boiler from just £11 a month.
Life's better, Boxed.
Escape to a land where it's no work and all play. There's no such thing as speed limits. Where wild animals roam. And around every corner is a new adventure. Where you live amongst nature and giant rabbits come and say hello. Escape to Flamingo Land. Book your day pass online at flamingoland.co.uk.
TV?
Yeah, it's the new Hisense Mini LED.
Should have asked me what to get. We've got a 65-inch with Mini LED, but you've got to be paying at least $2,000 for that.
Actually, this one has all those features and more, and we didn't pay anything like that. Looks great, doesn't it?
Something magical is living in my house. If I spill or make a mess, the next moment it's magically gone. I never see them, but they get everywhere. Is it fairies or mini little people? Is it you? Everything is so sparkly. Mummy says try not to make too much mess, so we don't scare them away.
No magic, no spells, just astonish.
So full-time here at an absolutely bouncing Elland Road. The gap to Leicester was once 17 points. Tonight it sits at 6 points. Leeds United make it a club record equalling 9 league wins in a row. Some performance, some night. Michael Bridges, we should just say, I mean, because we're well past full-time now, thousands and thousands of fans still in there. They were in there way after the players had left. The place is jumping right now.
Absolutely, and as it should be. Seeing your team go behind 1-0. Second half, we come out, you ride your luck with the chances. We've gone and beat the top of the league, 3-1. And like you say, out there, it's going absolutely mental. I predict a riot, playing around the ground. You know, we're so long after full time and they're still out there singing. Absolutely magnificent. What a performance, what a comeback. And happy birthday to you. There you go.
I mean, listen, everyone said to me today, are you having a good birthday? I said, come back to me about, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and I'll tell you. And the answer is yes, and anyone else who's celebrating anything else this weekend, you'll be in high spirits as well. We've had the holy musical trinity of I Predict a Riot, followed by Marching On Together. Leeds are falling apart again. That's going round the Joy Division. Everyone's loving it.
The players embraced it as well. Yeah. They went around the whole ground there. Archie Gray, we hope a goal is given to him, but it doesn't matter either way because he was the man that got that lead, and then him and Ruter just going around acknowledging the fans, doing the old way. What a night, what a result.
It's been an incredible night, and a night that at one stage didn't look like it was going to turn out that way because, let's be fair, the start of that second half was all Leicester for a good period of time until a really important tactical switch you saw from Daniel Farke, which changed everything and turned the game on its head.
Yeah, there was a huge switch, and it was refreshing to see because we made a few changes and we had to get back in the game because we're under the caution. It all started, the worrying part in this match was the set plays, the corners, because we did zonal marking, we had man marking, it just looked so disjointed. And Faes got the first goal from the corner, and Willie Gnonto was the man that actually switched off in the moment, in the critical error. And like you say, with the first half for me was just missed opportunities. We had lots of chances for Leeds, but we didn't hit the targets. And Leicester created a lot of chances as well, and they were the ones that capitalised first off from a set play.
Yeah, and at that point, going into the second half, you said a little bit more composure maybe on the ball. Although, to be fair, like we said, Leicester had opportunities. Daka and Mavididi, they had opportunities to put the game to bed. They didn't. That allowed us our opportunities.
I think that was There's a lot of games that I've played in the past where you've seen the opposition right there look and miss their chances, and very, very good chances, by the way. Meslier with a world-class save when he was needed for Mavididi, who's got a lot of goals this season. And you just felt like something was happening. You think, no, missed opportunities, we are going to get a chance somewhere. And once the system changed, Firpo went off, Archie went to left-back, Roberts is on at the right side, and what I liked is Gruev, when we got the ball, he was dropping in between the two centre-halves and played like a 3 at the back. He'd give us an overload in the wide areas, and that's where both the goals came from.
Let's take a look at the goals for Leeds, because at one stage it looked like it might not come, and then all of a sudden that changed, and it was, of course, from those wide areas where the goals came. We start with Conor Roberts. Came on, make an impact. That's what you want. A player who's coming on loan to get an opportunity
this is what
to do
I'm talking about with
it.
the back three here. Gruev drops in alongside Ampadu and Rodon. What do you have? It gives you an overload in the midfield, so it stretches the back four of Leicester then. So, you know, Rutter was the man that was driving forward, and when it falls inside the area, you've got Roberts, who's the wing back on the right side, who scores the goal there inside the box. The first player to celebrate with him was actually Archie Gray, who's ran from the left wing position. So it just shows the numbers that we were able to throw forward, and it really totally changed the dynamics of that performance in the last 20 minutes of the game. And you've got to credit the players because they responded in the best possible way. And I said to you at half-time, not to worry, because 13 times we've been behind this season. We got 17 points from it, 5 wins came. Now that's 20 points because we've done it again. The confidence and the resolve of this team is superb at home, unbeaten.
Mystic, Michael.
Just no
positivity. Of course,
correct.
Of course it was. You know, that goal gets us back in it. Yeah. And once the crowd are up, not that there was any point when they weren't, but up like they were, and we can see the south stand below us where we are in this studio. Everyone's going crazy, and suddenly you can just feel the momentum with Leeds, and one quickly became two.
Great word. Momentum shift was huge. The confidence that we gained from that. The fans got even louder, and you could see the players reacted. And what the players could smell then, that they had a lot of domination and they could smell blood. And I was saying about the numbers going forward. When we win the ball back in these key areas again, you can see there's a lot of Leicester players at the back, but the determination there of Georgie Rutter to win that ball, Archie Gray, confidence. You know what it is? I'm going to have a strike, and you ride your luck. So there's when I was a kid, my dad used to say, son, just shoot from anywhere whenever you can, because you just never know what is going to happen inside that penalty area. You'll get deflections, and I am delighted for this young man. Now, it might have gone against him because the shot may have been going off target. I'm gutted for him if it does, but the fact that he has got himself in that position, he had the confidence to do it. And like, look at the 1, 2, 3, 4. You've nearly got 10 Leicester players behind that ball there. And Archie shifts it and does fantastic. And that just set this stadium alight because he is one of our own. The family, the great name in this family at this football club is mad. And this for me, he not only can he play defensive midfield, attacking midfield, he's played right back. But Daniel Farke said, you know what it is? Come on to this left-hand side and try and change the game for us and put Roberts on that side. And he's done it at such a young age.
But the amount of trust to show in a player at that age to say, I'm now going to flip you from one side to the other. Yeah. It's not something he's done, unless I'm mistaken. I can't remember that happening at any point in the season when he's moved him on to that side to do that. To have the confidence in him as a listen, he's a kid still playing, right?
Yeah. But that shows how good this kid is. This Archie is he's not a kid. He's maturing as a player week in, week out, and even celebrating at the end, the maturity, singing the Leeds United songs, you know what it means to him. So to have the Leeds United DNA inside you and your family, to wear that shirt, he knows exactly what it means. And when he celebrated to go and get the goal, absolutely buzzing for him. And not only that, it set the tone. Then 2-1. Can we ride it out? But no, there was still more to come.
Yeah, and we'll show you that goal in just a moment. But before we do, let's get some reaction from the touchline, because our commentary team, Brynlaw and Tony DeRigo, are getting some reaction at the end of this fantastic match and big win for Leeds United.
Thanks very much, chaps. Well, yeah, reaction from us first, to be honest with you. Players will arrive, no doubt, shortly, and the manager after that. Or is he still out on the pitch? Because he really did enjoy the moment, Daniel Farke. And why not? Because that's been one of those absolute classic Elland Road nights, hasn't it?
It really has. And your throat is a bit ropey, like mine as well, because it's just incredible. The atmosphere, the way the boys had to kind of hang in there as well. The game could have been dead and buried if they took their chances, but still have that belief to keep going. And then to get the breakthrough and just the noise, the 12th man, the crowd, honestly. We talked about atmospheres and we know how good this place is, but I think we've just seen another level. It was incredible.
And yet for 20 minutes plus in the second half, Leeds had a bit of a schooling there, didn't they?
They did. There's a really good reason why they're clear at the top, Leicester, and they showed it. I thought the way they set up, I thought their pressing was excellent. We couldn't get it to our danger men in the right areas, and we were really struggling even to get it into midfield. And then they would win it, counter-attack us, and they had chance after chance.
But as they kept missing really good chances, the sense began to grow, didn't it?
Really? Is that what you think?
Maybe there was something in this.
Well, we know ourselves by not taking our chances how it can cost you, and we've seen that in certain games this season. And this time it happened to the opposition, and you're absolutely right. Some of the misses were extremely poor. They did well to get into those positions, but you also have to finish them, and they couldn't.
Daniel Farke must take massive credit, mustn't he, for the way that he made the momentum shift in that second half, or impacted that.
Yeah, the changes were, extremely important, just to give the Leicester defence a different proposition, a different problem, because they were dealing with everything quite comfortably. Vestergaard up to that point was having a fantastic game. All of a sudden, things change. Georginio's running at him. Bamford, of course, coming on and running those channels, having that physical presence against him, started to change things around. Dan James with that pace as well. It suddenly turned in our way, and you're right, Daniel Farke made those changes at a great time.
And Connor Roberts becomes super sub, steps up in the penalty area, and that's the key moment, isn't it? That's the momentum shifter in terms of the way the game went from there on.
Yeah, it's so important to somehow, get back in the game. We had kind of half chances previously, then they really dominated Leicester, but once that goal went in, and with the noise, and you could see the Leicester players and how composed they were previously, all of a sudden they're thinking, here we go, this is going to be tough. And we took it to them and we got our rewards.
And then a lovely, lovely moment via a couple of deflections, obviously, for Archie Gray. That was, sensational. One of those moments that anyone who's inside the stadium will remember, because it's the Gray name, isn't it?
I am delighted for Archie and his family. You know what a tough time recently has been, but I tell you what, that young lad, Archie, I keep watching him week after week, and he gets better so very quickly. He learns so quickly, and it was a tough old night as well. We talked about the wingers before the game. I thought, both Mavididi played well and the other winger. And this time, he gets the ball and take a chance. Take a chance. If you don't try, you don't score. Hit the target somehow, some way, and okay, whether it was going in or not, but a couple of deflections, but, he deserved his luck because he's been absolutely wonderful.
And unusually for Leeds, we actually had a relatively calm conclusion because they saw time out well.
I wasn't calm. You weren't calm.
All things are relative.
You're right. That third goal, to get that third goal, and then it was just kind of seeing the game out. But Dan James, again, little deflection off, of course, Patrick Bamford. I don't care who scored. 3-1. I honestly, I could not see that scoreline. But once things turned, once the crowd got behind the boys, then you're thinking, I tell you what, we can go on and win this, and we did.
Gap was huge. Gap is now 6 points. It's not the priority still, though, is it?
It is about, I said before the game, it certainly is about winning what's in front of you. So what's our next challenge? And just keep going like that. And eventually you stick your head up and see where you are in the league. And, we're still in February. So, the business end is still a few games away. But all you can do is do what we're doing, gain that confidence. But surely from 8 games, an 8-game winning streak, and then to come here and beat the top team, that's got to give us another boost going towards the end of the season.
Hopefully we'll have a little more reaction from somebody inside the camp very, very shortly, but for the time being, Tony and I are off for a little lie down.
Oh, we're just nicely reclined here on the sofa, so it's all fine. It's been nice and relaxed up here. It was
You
a
liar.
pandemonium
You liar.
at one point here in the studio. But like the guys were saying, it's been an incredible night. If we take a look at the league table now and what it actually does, you can see there it's 6 points off the top. Look, Daniel Farke has spoken in great depth, and you said it before the match here tonight. This season is about getting out the league.
Yes.
That's the aim at the start of the season. Yeah. I look at that as a Leeds fan. I look at that and think, let's go and win the league.
You want to be champions.
But suddenly, where it was not even a thought, really, and there's still a big gap there. It's not an insignificant gap with the amount of games left to go, but you do look at it, Leicester back-to-back defeats.
Yes.
Leeds 9 wins in a row, and you think, well, anything's possible this season.
With the momentum at home, the confidence that this team has at this moment in time, anything is possible. However, it's about being in that top 2, and I was gutted the other night when Ipswich scored late on to get their 3 points. They'll have been looking at that result going, 1-0, Leicester are going to win this year. We've got to, that's great. And then bang, bang, bang. Leeds have just gone and turned it on. It's a big kicker blow for Leicester. Yes, we're chasing them, but I'm more bothered about that gap between 2nd and 3rd.
What a big party pooper. I totally get it and I understand. I just want to say that What's happened with Leeds recently as well as the good form? When you're on good form, you do get a few slices of luck your way. We had that in the game against Plymouth, perhaps with Gnonto, with that first goal. There was a little element of the touch that it takes past the player and you get a little bit of luck that goes your way. Tonight, a big offside call that went our way. In the end, some chances that Leicester didn't take and deflections. And
you're calling me a party pooper.
What I'm saying is, when you're playing well, and I guess you'll know this as a player, things start to fall for you, don't they?
Yeah, it's interesting what you're saying, Rich, because when you are near the top of the league, results and things tend to go your way. Yes, they level themselves out across the season, no doubt about it. You get decisions going your way. The missed opportunities tonight for Leicester, that's what they'll be ruined, because they were clear-cut chances from two very good players. They've missed them. What have you got to do? I said, we've got to be clinical when our chances come. And I didn't see the chances coming until there was that shift. Tony Drago and Bryn have just talked about it. There was that tactical change. It changed the complexity of the game and it put us on the front foot. And we took our chances. And yes, there were deflections, but you make your own luck. And you tend to find when you're bottom, I've been in a lot of relegation battles when I was at Sunderland. The decisions and the things go against you, so you sort of feel sorry for yourself. We are making our own luck because we're full of confidence, and you've got to shoot. You don't shoot, you don't score, you don't get deflections, and it was just pleasing to see.
Third goal for Leeds United came to just any nerves that there might have been towards the end of the game, even though we were very much on the front foot, just to get that third goal, just to absolutely kill it here with Dan James. I mean, it's taken a nick on the way in as well, hasn't it?
But we're 2-1 up here. We are 2-1 up, and look at the press coming. All three forward players were pressing there. It came to Georgie. He's through on goal, a little bit of magic on the edge of the box, a yellow card, and that was me thinking, right, the game's being killed off here. He's got the free kick. I was gutted it wasn't inside the area, but I loved the mentality of the players and the confidence that Daniel Farke had said. 2-1 up, we didn't sit back. We went and pressed and won that ball high against the team at the top of the league, and then Dan James steps up. And Paddy Bamford is going to claim it. He's running off. Dan runs off one way. Paddy's run off the other way, and they're both celebrating. And Paddy's going to claim it. He's a striker. I'm claiming it. I don't care what Dan says. I'm claiming that as a goal.
I'm going to interrupt you. We've got Daniel Farke here. Let's get the thoughts of the Leeds United manager.
Thanks very much. Yes, we have Daniel down here with us in the tunnel now. Well, Daniel, where to start with that one? Some night that, wasn't it?
Proper party in the stadium. So you told me that there is even another gear. I was always excited about what our supporters are doing, but everyone told me there's another gear. I mentioned before, so today would be a good day to find this gear. And yeah, stadium was crazy buzzing. So my lads showed a big heart today and fought really hard against a really good side to have the 3 points. But in the end, we deserved this over 90 minutes and also with our big will. And yeah, it will be a proper weekend for our supporters. That's definitely for sure.
Starting fairly soon, I would imagine. In that second half, there were times, though, when the team was hanging on a little bit. Leicester played some really good stuff, didn't they?
Yes, but this is also what you would expect on this level. It was more or less a game on Premier League level between two really good sides. I think they were very lucky to be in lead at halftime because our intensity against the ball was good. We created really good chances. We should have scored. Joel with his chance. Either he has to put it away or pass the ball to Cree. Ball he puts it then into an empty net. Really with his chance. Also Joel with his header. Normally on a game with such a level, you have to score out of this situation. And yeah, they were able to score out of a flicked set piece. This was the difference. I think they were lucky to be in lead. Then we had to really dig in for 20 minutes. And we were then a bit lucky not to concede the second goal. But you also have to survive such periods in such a game and show big heart to fight your way back into the game. And I think in the last 15-20 minutes, again, we were fantastic and wanted to have this win. Even the goals were goals of will and intensity and win the ball back and win the offensive duel. So it was unbelievable energy and intensity of my lads. They showed big fighting spirit and togetherness. Exactly what Leeds United is all about. And for that, I think we deserve to have the 3 points. And yeah, if you do this, and like I mentioned, you can have a proper party.
I think as the season progresses, the character of the side is really coming to the fore. We had to show a lot of character, but the 12th men, I mean, the crowd, they were everywhere was going absolutely crazy. They need something to feed off of. They certainly helped the team as well.
Yes, obviously. So I think we give them a lot to cheer about at the moment. So with win after win, and also with great performances, and right now also with great fighting spirit. And this is what this club is all about. If you show unity and togetherness and fighting spirit, then Leeds United can be successful. But you have to be united, and this is what we are as a group with players, the group with our staff within the whole club. And our biggest asset and biggest value of our club are our supporters. They're second to none in the whole country. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy for them and delighted for them that after really 2 years of difficulties and suffering, they are capable right now to enjoy such a really good period, such a successful period with proper football and also proper fighting spirit and unity. And they definitely deserve to enjoy this feeling.
You've praised the players, but we're going to praise the manager because your substitutions were excellent and made a big difference in that second half.
Yes, but I'm there in order to help my players. We had also a period when I got the feeling, no, we just have to stay in the game, and then when I got the feeling, okay, right now we have to change a bit. You can have an idea that you bring Connor Roberts in because I got the feeling so he's always there with end products, either with an assist or with a goal. And in this game, I trusted also Archie to play on the left fullback position. He never played there. It was obviously risky because he's never played there before. And yes, it's nice to get compliments as a manager, but I want to give the compliments further on and back to my players, because how Archie fulfilled my idea, how Connor fulfilled my vision that he could have a big impact. This is important, and for that all the praise goes for me to the players, not to the manager.
Daniel, great night. We look forward to the rest of the weekend. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're going to have a good one, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you.
So there you go, Daniel Farke, a very happy man, as you would anticipate. And he will always deflect the praise, because that's what managers tend to do. But it was significant, wasn't it?
It was, and we said at the time, what we're doing at the moment, isn't really working. What does the manager do? Well, he made changes just after the half hour to go mark, and it certainly made big changes. I think Bamford just running into those channels, James with his pace, and Connor, of course, with that vital goal. All of those changes made the difference.
He's got a great, there's an understanding and a bond between Daniel Farke that's been established very quickly with the fan base here, isn't it? The scenes at the end of the game as he went to every stand, fantastic to watch all that. That's important at this football club.
It really is. You've been around the place. I've played here for many a year. You do the best that you can out on that pitch. They will back you to the absolute hilt. But what you're seeing now is a young group coming together. They're growing. They're playing some great football. A manager who has the utmost respect of his players. Put all that together. The fans are buying into it. We are winning football matches. We are looking like we are not going to lose at this point. And that's a really powerful thing. And it's wonderful to watch, wonderful to commentate on and to see. But the noise today, it was a different level. It really was.
Yep. Another one of those great Elland Road nights. Hopefully, shortly, we'll be hearing from one of the Leeds United players.
Yeah, thank you to Bryn and Tony. There's a lot of smiley faces around Elland Road tonight on Match Day Live and just generally in the city. It's going to be a bit of a party from here in Beeston all the way through to the city centre and everywhere around, wherever you're watching as well. I'm sure a couple of cheeky ones just to celebrate that. Daniel Farke, of course, like Bryn and Tony saying, is never going to take the praise himself. You've already done that bit here as well, saying that the tactical change. But one thing I did want to mention is the crowd's part tonight, because you've played here. You know what it feels like. When the crowd is up like that, when they are helping those players, what impact does that make? Because it felt like there was a synergy between the crowd tonight and the players, and one thing led to another.
Yeah, great word, synergy. Like you say, they're always going to be behind you, this crowd. I used to love the European nights here because you always felt you were in games. The crowd were absolutely magnificent. And I've said to you tonight, around the ground, there was something that was going on before kick-off. You could just feel there was this confidence from the team, the way they were playing. There was a confidence about the fans. There was a buzz about the area. Never lost hope and just kept going. And when that goal went in, it was incredible. So then the players feed off the crowd feed off the players, and it was almost they came together towards that last 20 minutes. You felt it. And you felt that there was another goal coming in that when we went. It was 1-1. No, it was we were going to go and go again. Now, I've experienced a lot of good atmospheres at this ground. Like we're saying, European nights, absolutely mind blowing. I'll take them to my grave. There was a result here last season. I think it was 3-0 against Chelsea. Atmosphere was mental. I have not seen anything like that tonight. After the game, when they were singing "I Predict a Riot," I was up at the window. I'm singing and dancing. Special nights that'll stay in the memories of so many Leeds United fans, so many players. And the manager, Daniel Farke, has been around the blocks, by the way. He's seen a lot of football clubs. That tonight, he's just said that was an eye-opener. I didn't realise Elland Road had a second gear. I'd heard about it. He's witnessed it, and that will have touched him, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Bridgie, you were absolutely giving it some at the window there. Just managed to stop you before you took your top off and whipped it around your head, just for the sake of everyone.
I would not be getting this out.
Look it in. Don't worry, I had it all under control. Let's take a look at that third goal, because we saw it briefly, but Daniel Farke was ready to chat to us, and we will not leave that man waiting, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the goal there from, well, we were just saying, Dan James goes off in one direction. He sort of looks over and sees Pat running in the other direction. Yeah. They're both celebrating. The truth is they won't care, will they?
Well, they will, because one of them will be on a goal bonus, if not both of them. So they will matter. And I'm going with the strikers' union of Patrick Bamford being the number 9. That man's not bothered who scored. He just knows who had gone in. Daniel Farke does not care. Elland Road does not care. But them two players will, because there'll be a goal bonus behind it. And I think it's being given to Patrick Bamford, correct?
Well, yeah, it's off his knee, isn't it? So
it's off it, yeah.
They all count.
Let's have a look.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's off target. Well done, Patrick Bamford. What a finish, my man. Get your goal bonus. See you later. Get out in town. Go and celebrate. You've got the weekend off.
But interesting, you know, we talked about the depth of the squad, and we've seen this before, the ability to make changes and them to have impact. Right, we wouldn't necessarily have expected that first goal to come from Connor Roberts, but he comes on, makes an impact. Dan James then with that free kick, and it's the combination between him and Pat who gets something on it as a striker, and it's just showing that if it's not working, Daniel Farke has options.
He does have options, and like I think Tony and Bryn were alluding to, before the changes, you're thinking, oh, where's the chances going to come? Where's the goal going to come? Well, you couldn't feel it. The fans still believe it, but you couldn't really see it. They're going to try and inspire. And when the changes came, that's when you saw the difference. So what it is, with 2 wing-backs came on, or the full-backs, but they were playing higher. Gruev was being the sitter. So not only has he changed the dynamics of the players, and he said, I've put the confidence in Roberts, but to say that I'm going to play Archie Gray in a left-back position that he's never been there before, that for me tells you how much he thinks of Archie Gray and where his education of football is going and how good he is going to be. And the other side of that, Daniel recognised what needed to be done, and he didn't want to take the credit at the end. He's selfless, and there's a big motto at this football club, it's side before self, and even he as the manager shows that belief, and that for me is staggering, and I find him absolutely inspirational.
Who's starting at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night? Yeah, just a small matter of that
competition for places.
And interestingly, it was always going to be a test, wasn't it? This game followed by that game, a real test against teams that are, you know, Leicester right at the top end of this division, Chelsea, a proper, you know, Premier League outfit. It's a real test for the players.
Leicester, we've seen a lot of games here at Elland Road this season. I've seen a lot of teams in the Championship. Leicester are the best team I have seen this season come to Elland Road. They had a lot of chances, right? We're not going to kid ourselves. They had clear-cut chances. They squandered them. They played, you could see they had a style. They were organised. And obviously we're at that level. So the 2 best teams in the league have come together today and had a right good go. You're talking about an FA Cup team against Chelsea, who are a Premier League team. Their season's been up and down. They're just starting to get momentum under Pochettino. But I'll tell you what, they would be watching that game tonight thinking, poof, we've got a game in our hands here if we want to get through to the next round.
And all those players out there today will want to feature, won't they? Because
you're showcasing yourself.
Of course, the priority is the league this season, but they all want to go out there, play at Stamford Bridge against a team of that calibre, and like you say, show what they can do.
Show what you can do, and the momentum and the confidence that we are gathering at this moment in time. You want to play against anybody. You are fearless, and I don't think Daniel's going to say we're going to go defensive. It's not in his DNA, and that suits our style of play. So watch out, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's an exciting one. I mean, it is a mouth-watering prospect just to think it is, and of course the League and Cup double's still on, which is the main. That is getting a little bit carried away.
Yes, relax. I know it's your birthday. Just relax.
I've got well over
excited.
You can
say what you want.
But it has been a fantastic night here at Elland Road, and the kind of night that we know this stadium can produce under the lights as well, one of those special ones. And just to see the fans staying in, and you pointed out as well, the players had left the pitch at that point, and the fans were, it was packed to the rafters.
incredible. Like I say, I've seen a lot of occasions at this stadium, and that is something special that we've witnessed there tonight. And you generate that from the players producing a performance like that, and feeding off the crowd as well. And even when the game was over, I just couldn't believe that they didn't go home or get themselves into town and go and celebrate. They wanted to stay inside their sanctum. You know, this is an incredible stadium, an incredible ground. They want to be in here until the last minute, singing and dancing, and good on them, because a 3-1 result against top of the league, it's back to 6 points. I'm going to get carried away with you. The title is on.
Okay, there you go. You heard it from Michael Bridges. So that wrapped things up. Hold on a second. I think we might get some reaction from down by the pitch. We're hoping to get Archie Gray, so we'll hang on 1 minute, just see if we can get Archie Gray. Just at that moment where you brought it to that beautiful crescendo of saying that the title is on. But the title is, or we might ask Archie. I mean, I'm sure.
No, do not ask Archie.
Sure
do not ask Archie.
They're very much just focused on one game at a time, as
Correct.
you do. But it's how you have to approach it.
Yeah, you do. You have to approach it. Like I say, we as fans can get carried away. Players behind there's belief behind the scenes, but the last thing you want to do is come out and give it the big one and say, yeah, we're going for it, because you can have egg on your face. Their manager came out with a big statement at Leicester saying this is a big, big game for Leeds United. Not for us, it's another game. Well, I tell you what, he's now going on that bus and thinking, poof, I tell you, I shouldn't have come out with a comment like that. So let's just be gentle with Archie here.
Yeah, and there's something nice about, isn't it, playing on the Friday night, getting the business done.
Yeah,
you got the points in the bag, you can sit back and
sends a message. I hate it when they say, oh, we've got games in hand. It's not about having games in hand. It's about having points on the board. So we've gone and done that, and what we said to the rest of the league that are chasing us, Southampton, Ipswich, what are you going to do about it now? The pressure's back on you. So forget about games in hand, it is about points, and like I say, we are chasing Leicester to 6 points now. Okay,
I think we've got Archie Gray with us in the tunnels. Let's see if we can cross to Archie. Now, Archie, can you hear us down there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Congratulations on a massive 3 points and a personal fantastic performance from yourself. What's the feeling like down there between the players? Some pretty big celebrations at the end.
Yeah, it means a lot. Do you know what I mean? You know, we needed to win this game. We thought before the game, you know, everyone was desperate to win the game because there's been a lot of build-up to it, and it's first v second. We wanted to prove a point, and you know, we did, and it was a good result. So yeah.
Archie, can I ask you? I've got to say, well done, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing. Target. What was said in there, please, mate?
You know, we had loads of chances, so on the ball we just needed to keep what we're doing, and obviously some things needed to have a little change. But off the ball, you know, they're a hard team to press, and they trust themselves, which is unbelievable. But they're very hard to press. So in that terms, we didn't really have to change much, because I thought we got lots of joy when we were pressing them. But yeah, not too much was said. Just we knew we'd get the chances, and it was just about taking them. So.
You found yourself popping up on the left-hand side. Daniel Farke putting you in that position, obviously showing, as he says, so much trust in you as a player. You got that opportunity. Thought, I'm gonna have a go at this, and what a moment for you. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to be in that position, but when I got the ball, I just thought I'd shoot. And to be honest, I'm not really bothered that it's gone down as a own goal. Do you know what I mean? We got the win, so it doesn't really matter to me. So yeah. Amazing.
Archie, it might have gone down as an own goal, mate, but I am giving it to you, so you can go home knowing Bridges giving you that goal, because the determination, the quality you showed on the edge of the area, mate, I don't care who scored, I'm giving that goal to you. And there was a lovely moment after the game. I've played in a lot of, I was just saying to Richie, I've played in the stadium a long time back in the day, and I've seen the atmosphere here. Talk us through what you thought of Elland Road tonight.
To be honest, I think it's the best it's been, you know, my whole life, and I've been watching Leeds since I was 2 years old, 3 years old. So I think it was the best it's been. I don't remember, you know, a game where pretty much the whole was stayed after the game and was singing like the game just started. So, you know, I think it was the best it's been.
They weren't the only ones singing, because I did catch you and Georgie Route. I think you were teaching Georgie the song. So I saw how much it meant to you, mate. So congratulations, well done, you.
Thank you.
It was a fantastic performance all round. What's the mood like down there in the changing room afterwards? Plenty of celebrations, I'm sure, but not getting too carried away at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. You know, as big as a win it is, we need to focus on the next game, and you know, this game's just important as the next game. You know, it's hopefully get another 3 points and keep the winning streak going, and like I said, just keeping on focusing on the next game.
Well, you've got a big one, so I'm hoping to see you on that team sheet down at Stamford. Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, games like that, you look forward to them so much, especially at the bridge. You know, it'd be better to have it at Elland Road, but you know, it's the games that you look forward to in your life. So yeah.
Well, you and the boys have given us a Elland Road. The fans loved it. Your superb performance as well, and congratulations on that individual performance, the team performance as well. Good luck for that midweek game, and we'll let you get back to the rest of the lads.
Love your work, Archie.
Cheers, pal.
Well done,
See
lad.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
There you go. Archie Gray there with us live in the tunnel. And you know, we've spoken so much about Archie, and Daniel Farquhar was talking about him as well.
Yeah.
He's a composed guy for his age. That will have been one of the hardest tests he's had in his whole career tonight.
Oh, with no shadow of a doubt, because if you remember the last game, he got tested when he was up against Mavididi as well. So he had to consider that tonight. He's got himself on the front foot, and then he's been asked to change positions once again. He's handled that. He set the tone with the chance on his left foot when he had a shot and got the goal. And then every time I hear him speak, he just seems to go. He seems so mature, but yet so level-headed. Because you've got to have this arrogance about you to play football. You've got to believe yourself, but without being arrogant and egotistical and going over the top. He's level-headed. He's got a great father figure and a mentor, and his family know about this football club, so he's being guided in the right direction. And he's a Leeds boy, and he said, it's the best I've ever seen this place, and I've been coming here for a long time. And I saw that young man out there singing the songs with the fans there at the end. His shirt was off, and he's singing along. That, for me, is just a special moment for a special kid. So, on and off the field, he's a diamond.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that wraps it up here on Matchday Live. Leeds United make it 9 wins in a row in the league. It equals the club record. It's undefeated still here at Elland Road since the start of the season. And Bridgie, like you said before the game, Leicester manager Enzo Maresca called it a big game for Leeds United. It was a big 3 points for Leeds United. Good night.
Dear Britain, the heat is on. It's not warmth filling our homes, it's worry. But we have a burning desire for change, where we can cut our energy bills without cutting back on anything else. So the heat may be on, but keep a cool head. Warmest regards, Boxed.
Cut your energy bills by up to £65 a month with an A-rated boiler from just £11 a month.
Life's better, Boxed.
Escape to a land where it's no work and all play. There's no such thing as speed limits. Where wild animals roam. And around every corner is a new adventure. Where you live amongst nature and giant rabbits come and say hello. Escape to Flamingo Land. Book your day pass online at flamingoland.co.uk.